Yes, indeed, we are back for the third game in our triple header coverage here today. We are down here in Texas. Yes, indeed, we are down here in Texas, in San Antonio, to be specific, to watch the Houston Rockets take on the San Antonio Spurs. So let's go ahead and let's dial it up. We are indeed back in the building. Back like we never left. Because to be honest, we haven't really left. We've been here this whole time. We just had to go through an outfit change real quick. But we are back. And like I said, the Houston Rockets are down here in San Antonio, not too far away from Houston, Texas. We are in the building today in San Antonio to watch this game. Someone's just, okay, new favorite outfit. We are indeed back today. And you know we had to throw the bolo tie on too. Yes, we have the bolo tie on deck. We are here. We've arrived. We've made it. Let's do it. Let's run through it. We've seen, believe it or not, we have seen these two teams match up before. We have seen the Rockets and the Spurs go at it. Here in San Antonio, it's on the channel. We've covered it. This is the sequel. This is round two. We know what both of these teams are capable of, and to be honest, let me pull up, because I don't remember, I don't even remember the game. I'm not going to lie. I don't remember the game at all. Maybe I should have went back to look at it, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the injury reports and just make sure we know who's playing today. Jay Shante, Steven Adams, Fred VanVleet. We knew that. For the Rockets, as far as the Spurs go, I assume nobody's on the injury report. Nobody in part of their rotation. Yeah, Plumlee, Harrison Barnes is out. And David Jones-Garcia. Okay, here we are. Both teams as healthy as they can be. We know the Houston Rockets struggling this season with their health, with the injury reserve list, with Fred VanVleet. Now, Steven Adams out for the season, so that's obviously extremely unfortunate for them. But here, primetime game, Rockets versus Spurs. Let's run down through it. Alperen Sengun, 21, 9, and 6. He started off the year red hot, ready to go. It felt like, oh, this is a leap year for Sengun, but no, he's kind of cooled off as the season's gone on. He's now hovering around 30% from three, which is not good enough, especially considering, well, now we can play closer to the basket, but before they had him in configurations out there alongside of guys like Steven Adams and Jabari Smith Jr., so he was getting pushed out to the perimeter, and it was really important for him to be able to knock down three. And don't get me wrong, it's still important for him to be able to knock down that three, but not nearly as important as it was before. Now he can go back to playing his traditional center spot, and it shouldn't be too big of an issue that the three-point shot has kind of fallen off a cliff this season. He's going to need to get that locked down as his career goes on if he truly wants to continue to take the next steps in his career. But as for now, he continues to be baby Jokic. That's where his career is kind of gone. Kevin Durant, my guy Suns Gen, absolutely hates to see Kevin Durant come through the door. But as long as he's not wearing a Phoenix Suns jersey, I think we'll all welcome it. Kevin Durant, as much of a legend as he is, as phenomenal as a season as he has had, there are still giant flaws in Kevin Durant's game. He has not come through in the clutch, in which Houston desperately has needed him to. They got him to be the go-to scorer in the half court. He has not been that for them this season. And even though Kevin Durant is, like I said, great I mean, look at these counting stats. They're incredible. He's working on a 50-40-90 season at dang near 7 feet tall. 26 a game, 5 boards, 4.5 assists. We know what he's capable of. We know what he can do. But it's not going to be enough to overcome the injuries of Fred VanVleet and Steven Adams. And honestly, that's kind of the opinion of all these players. Amen Thompson, great season, 18 points, 7.5 boards, 5.5 assists. He stepped it up in almost all avenues of his game, except for the three-point shooting. That continues to be dismal. Like his brother, if he doesn't get that down packed, there is a ceiling. There is a limit to how high he can climb in the pecking order of the NBA. He probably may make an all-star team or two, maybe even a couple, maybe even become a perennial all-star team. But it will be hard putting him consistently on all-NBA teams throughout his career and seriously considering him for awards at the end of the season if he can develop a perimeter game until, like, even respectable. Just get it to respectable, because at some point that quickness and athleticism will be gained. Now, look, he's only 22 years old, so that is a far time from now. But unless he wants to stay stagnant in his role, we can't have the ball in your hands all the time if, one, you don't improve your ball handling, and two, you don't improve your perimeter shooting, because you are limiting the spots on the court that you can play. You're constantly having to find your spot in having to find your zone in the dunker spot, which is just, obviously you're capable of doing it, but it's just not the right spot for Amen Thompson his whole career. Obviously he can do it, and he should do it because he's good at it. But there is so much more untapped potential with Thompson. And just getting a reliable jump shot, just get it to 30, just get us to 30, which is bad. But 20 is unusable from three-point range. Just get us to 30, and then we could start talking about, okay, how much farther can we go with the jump shooter here? Because obviously we want to take advantage of his slashing and finishing ability. Not saying he has to turn himself into a jump shooter, but 20% ain't going to cut it as a perimeter player. Not even close. Jabari Smith Jr. is often the forgotten fifth starter on this team, and for a good reason, because sometimes it feels like his teammates forget he's out there on the court with him. 15, 7, and 2 for Jabari Smith Jr. oftentimes is the guy that teams will just dare to beat them offensively. And to be honest, there are nights where he looks really good, and he looks all worth that third overall pick that the Rockets used up a couple of years ago in order to draft him. But 43 from the field, 35.5 from three-point range is solid, but it's not good enough. And oftentimes, we just find ourselves at the end of the game with Jabari Smith Jr. feeling it's just not good enough, right? It's just not good enough. He might be on the track of being one of the players the Houston Rockets use at some point to continue to try and upgrade this team to being a championship contending team. But again, maybe they just played safe. Hopefully they get Fred VanVleet and Steven Adams back next season and they go at it again. Chico, what's up, Chico? You ultra cool today, my brother. Aloha. Appreciate you, Chico. Appreciate you. We are down here in Texas, so we had to come correct. We had to come with the correct outfit. Jay Ham, what's up, Jay Hammer? San Antonio Spurs, unfortunately, they got Wemby. We don't. This is true. But you do have Reed Shepherd. And I guess they kind of got a Reed Shepherd and Champagne. You do have Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd is something that the Spurs don't really have. An on-ball guard who can knock down, dribble, pull-up threes. They don't really have that. I mean, they have the Aaron Fox who can kind of replicate that, but Fox is so much better in other avenues of his game. It's not necessarily something that you are too worried about with Fox. You're more so worried about his speed and him getting to the rim and his finishing ability. Maybe even manipulating his way to the mid-range for a pull-up jumper, not necessarily settling for pull-up threes like Reed Shepherd often does, because that is his game. That's his bread and butter. And honestly, the Rockets are much better with Reed Shepherd out there creating space, because without him, they have a really tough time spreading the court with Jabari Smith Jr. is a middling three-point shooter. Kevin Durant constantly has the ball in his hands. Amen Thompson, who's not a threat from the perimeter at all. Sengun, who's not much of a threat from the perimeter either. And so a ton of pressure goes to Kevin Durant to be able to knock down perimeter shots. And if you ever Reed Shepherd out there, guess what teams can do? They can't load up the paint. And if you can't load up the paint against Kevin Durant, you're going to have a hard time guarding the Houston Rockets. And as well with Sengun. You have a hard time loading up against Sengun. So it's almost going to be difficult without Reed Shepherd out there. The drawback is that he's not very good defensively. He's about a 6-foot guard. But from every time, and I don't watch every single Houston Rockets game like other people do. So let me know if you feel like I'm off base here. But I don't think Reed Shepherd is that bad of a defender to not take full advantage of what he provides offensively. I think his offensive value far outweighs his defensive liability. Tari Eason is supremely important to this team, and unfortunately for him and unfortunately for the Rockets, he spent large portions of his career dealing with injuries. He's not been capable of staying on the court consistently throughout his career, but when he does, he's been fantastic. The three-point shooting has been out of this world. They desperately need him out there as a spacer, as a defender, as a rebounder, as a 50-50 guy, and without him, it just feels like this Rockets team is lacking that extra oomph that they desperately, desperately need. Clint Capella is going to do a nice serviceable job of stepping in for the injured Steven Adams here. He's good. He's solid. He's a rim runner. He's a paint protector. 31 years old. He's definitely past his prime on the downside of his career. He's got more years. He's got a lot more left in the tank. He definitely still has more years in the league. But Clint Capella is really just giving you lob attempts, rim protection, rebounds, and that's pretty much it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But he's definitely kind of limited himself to a backup role at this point in his career, especially older in his career now, which is perfectly fine. He had a very good, serviceable career throughout his career. Very good, serviceable, and made a lot of money. But now, as the backup center to Alperen Sengun, it's just not as good as Steven Adams. So there is a bit of drop-off, even though he is really solid for them. Just that said, I was hopeful you would wear the 10-gallon. I don't have the 10-gallon. I've looked into it. They don't really sell hats like that. I definitely have to go out and get it kind of commissioned a little bit. Don't think I'm going to be able to find that one on the internet. I'm going to have to go out and get that commissioned, which maybe we will, maybe we won't, who knows. If we're getting it commissioned, we might as well customize it, right? So we'll see. I definitely want my hat. I want that Dimsdale Dimmadome hat from Fairly Odd Parents that just is constantly off the screen. That's what I want. Dorian Finney-Smith, he's come back from injury. He hasn't been very good since he come back from injury. They desperately need him to get back to being a knockdown three-point shooter, a 3-and-D guy. Honestly, he wasn't even really a knockdown three-point shooter, but they need him to get back to being a 3-and-D guy. The defense is and the three-point shooting has been bad. He got back from injury halfway through the season, but he hasn't really rounded into form as of late, and they desperately need him to because they need more spacing and more defense and more size. Just that's it. If you're going all out, might as well have fun with it. Aaron Holiday is a break glass in case of emergency third-string guard. As a matter of fact, there were times this season where J.D. Davison jumped him in the rotation, so we'll see. Maybe we might see Aaron Holiday, maybe we won't. And then Steven Adams is out the remainder of the season, which is really unfortunate for both him and the Rockets because he was having yet another excellent season. He is right up there with Mitchell Robinson as a dominant game-impacting offensive rebounder. Just that, so the Spurs have won 2 of their first 3 games with Houston this season. Most recently won 11-99 victory on January 28th. That was the most recent one, January. My goodness, we are in March. We get over to the Spurs. We have Victor Wembanyama, the alien. How do you guard him? It's Wemby. You just pray. There is no guarding him. My guy's about 10'2". We don't know how tall he is. It's impossible to measure Victor Wembanyama. He's growing every second of the day. So I'm going to go ahead and guesstimate that he's 10'2". Victor Wembanyama, really good year. He's in the MVP conversation. That's how good he is. He's not going to win it. Maybe he will. We'll see how many games the other MVP candidates end up playing because it has gotten down to that point. The top 3 MVP candidates, all 3 of them are on the verge of not meeting the 65-game requirement. So we will see. We will see who ends it. It might end up, hopefully it doesn't, but it might end up a winner just by default because the other guys ended up not hitting the requirement. But we know what Wemby's capable of. Rim protector, shot blocker, game-changing defensive force, game-changing offensive force. You can't guard him out there. What are you supposed to do when he poses you up in the high post and he just turns and shoots the jumper? What are you supposed to do about that? Absolutely nothing. What do you do when he hits you with the hesitation tween step back 3? Nothing. You hope he misses. So you just pray against Wemby. You just pray to the basketball gods that he's got an off night. Now, he is coming off of 2 really stressful games. He had a very physical game against the Detroit Pistons that they won, and then he had a 25-point comeback against the LA Clippers the other night that they came back and won. So we'll see what kind of energy the Spurs have left in the tank here today. I will tell you guys, it is definitely the National Blowout Association here tonight. It is in full effect. We have had blowout after blowout after blowout. As a matter of fact, let me check it right now because the last I checked, the Miami Heat were blowing out the the Detroit Pistons. And yeah, they're blowing them out by 26 points, 106-80 right now. Same with the Raptors against the Mavericks, 106-82, almost the exact same score. And the Pelicans have an 8-point lead over the Wizards. And we've already covered a couple of blowouts today, so. De'Aaron Fox is a maestro with the ball in his hands. He has kind of had an up and down year, learning to play alongside Wembanyama, vacillating between being a pass-first point guard and a score-first point guard. I think this team is best when he's a score-first point guard. Play through him, play through Wemby, allow his teammates to feast off of his gravity. If he's not being aggressive with the ball in his hands, you're asking Steph Castle to do a lot of creating by himself, or playing pick and roll with Wemby, which is fine. It can work, and Castle's good enough, and he's proven he can do that. But I think this team is best when the pecking order is Wemby, Fox, and then Castle. And I think Fox is kind of vacillated between trying to hand the car keys off to Castle and hang in the back versus give me the ball and let me be the point guard. So just that said, he might get 150. It is a bad night for the Pistons, man. Bad night for the Pistons. Listen, at least we weren't the Pistons. The Pistons have been getting blown out majority of the game. The Knicks were in it until they weren't in the third, and then they came back in the fourth to be in it again. Don't be the Pistons. Get blown out wire to wire like that. Eric C, what's up, Eric C? We are ready to go, Eric. We are ready to go. It is a Texas showdown here today. Just as the Raptors blowing out the Mavs too. Yep. And almost the exact same score. It's 107-82. The Heat Pistons game is 106-82. So. Steph Castle is having an explosive second season. He's been fantastic in his sophomore year. 16.6, 4.9, 6.8. We know he's capable of. We covered the Spurs not too long ago. Supremely impactful defensively, supremely athletic, finishing ability in the offensive end. The three-point shot is kind of coming around. Again, he's not a three-point shooter, and teams will dare him to shoot, but at least he'll shoot them, and he's knocking them at a 30% clip, which makes me think like, oh, there's sunlight on the other side of this. The horizon is on the other side of this mountain. We'll climb over it. We'll endure. We'll get to the point where Steph Castle could maybe become a 35% three-point shooter, a respectable three-point shooter. Whereas we look at like Amen Thompson, for example, where I look at him and I go, bro, the 20% is rough. And Steph Castle was a year younger than Thompson, despite coming into the league a year later in a later draft class. Devin Vassell is their spacer, their three-point shooter, their marksman. He's the guy who hunts for threes. He's the guy his teammates hunt to look for when he's going to be open from three-point range. 14.4 points. He's not just a three-point shooter. He can get into the lane. He can be a knockdown mid-range shooter. Can be athletic enough to get to the rim and finish at 6'5". He's got a long, wiry frame. He can also hold his own defensively. He's a very good defensive player as well. And when surrounded by extremely good defensive players, he looks even better out there. Vassell having a really nice season this year. Just that said, Hero is having that game. He'll just keep chucking. We'll go through the box scores. Hopefully we have enough time. We only have 3 minutes before tip-off time, but we'll get there. Are they showing a Twilight Zone commercial? Talking about Wemby. This is a Wemby commercial. I was like, what is going on with the Twilight Zone? Are we bringing it back? No, we're just talking about Victor Wembanyama. Dylan Harper, one of the forgotten awesome rookies this season. Dylan Harper is absolutely fantastic. I saw some of the advanced stats the other day that showed that he drives, I think, the third or fourth most in the NBA, in the entirety of the NBA, not just rookies. Definitely not rookies. He leads rookies in that. In the entirety of the NBA, he has the third or fourth most field goal attempts by the rim per game. It is absolutely insane, his ability to get to the basket, and as he gets older and stronger and wiser and more skillful and more crafty, this kid is going to be an absolute monster going to the basket. The rich get richer. The San Antonio Spurs gifted the second overall pick. Can't believe it. Eric C said, not to get all Knicks on this stream, we need Hart to improve his shot and not be scared to try those open threes. I take 35% if he can get there to keep the defense honest. Yeah, I mean, look, he's about a 40% three-point shooter this year. It's definitely gone down the last couple of games because he is not knocking them down. But Drummer Manny, appreciate you, Drummer Manny. But he is now losing confidence in the jump shot. He's turning open threes down to drive into the defense. And honestly, I would take 35% on less volume than 40% on low volume. Or I would take 35% on high volume versus 40% on low volume. I just, Bishop Ray, what's up, Bishop? I like the get up. Yes, sir. Bishop. Yes, sir. We are primed and ready to go. I'm going to take the sunglasses off in a second so we can make sure we see the game properly. Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes is the elder statesman of this team. He is no longer in the starting lineup. He's a good, solid, serviceable backup. The three-point shot, considering where it was to start the year, is kind of falling off a cliff. But he's still a capable three-point shooter, 37% from the three-point line, and that's kind of where he's at in his career, 33 years old. He's a 3-and-D guy. Keldon Johnson, he is the sixth man of this team. He is a bowling ball going to the rim. He's just going to put his body on the line. If you're a Knicks fan, you could think of him as the Josh Hart of their team. 38% from three-point range on low-volume threes. They'll dare him to shoot. He crashes the glass. He tries to snag rebounds he has no business grabbing. He puts his head down. He goes to the rim. He tries to draw contact, get fouled, go to the line. That is how Keldon Johnson plays. They're also similar size as well, but Keldon Johnson's 26, while Josh Hart is now 30. Luke Cornett, one of the better backup bigs in the NBA. He has struggled as of late, so we'll see if he can get back on track here tonight. He's good. He's solid. He just comes in, fills a role. He's a good rim protector, solid rebounder, and whatnot. He's not really going to give you any much more after that. The Fleas with the Fleas. Howdy, partner. Yes, sir. Hold on. Let's go ahead and get our toothpick, because I believe that's like, no, Carter Bryant. We got Carter Bryant. Shout out Carter Bryant. He's been getting spot minutes as the season's gone on. Oh, the only guy I don't have, I should have added him. I keep forgetting, but we'll definitely have him added for the playoff games we end up doing. Julian Champagnie has kind of solidified himself as the fifth starter on this Spurs team. He is a spacer, and he is one of the better spacers in the NBA. He's having a fantastic season. Now, let's go ahead, throw our toothpick bag in there. So we can have as I drop it. Oh, it fell on my desk. That's good. I don't have to pick it up off the floor. Let's go ahead and throw our toothpick bag in there so we can have the full effect of the outfit. And we are back in business, y'all. We are back in business. Here we are. Sons and Jen said, add a big silver rodeo buckle and you'd be and you'd full local. Yeah, the only thing I'm missing is the big buckle. But I got the bolo tie. I was missing the bolo tie for a while. Went and got the bolo tie. Captain Mastiff, what's up, Captain Mastiff? Ahmed, what's up, Ahmed? Eric C said, tell me you got on boots, dude. No, I don't have the boots on. I do have the boots in the back, but I'm not going to put them on because you guys can't see the feet anyway. I just got the slides on. Just got the regular slides. If you could see the feet, I'd throw the boots on, but we not. There's only so much space I have. This is as far back as I can stand. Now, I'm touching the green screen. My body's touching the green screen. So this is as far back as I can stand. You know, the green screen kind of has to set the room in half, or it separates the room in half because I can't get there. You know, if it's any further back, then I have to crop the top down to get to the top. This is right where the top of the green. I guess I could technically move it back a little bit more. But then when I stand close like this, then the top of my head gets cut off. But I guess it gets cut off anyway with the chef's hat and now the cowboy hat. With that being said, let's do it. Sons Jen said, I'd pass you in the store without a glance until I heard the accent. I got that Northeast accent. Eric C said, I love this fun way you stream Kudo. Appreciate you, Eric. Appreciate you. Might as well have some fun with it, man. We gotta have some fun with it. We're just watching sports. We're just having a good time watching a silly game. And we are getting ready for tip-off. But like I said, this is indeed the National Blowout Association here tonight. Heat blowing out the Pistons. Raptors blowing out the Mavs. Pelicans Wizards locked in a tight game. Magic Bucks just tipping off. It looks like the Magic are going to blow out the Bucks. We'll see. We have our Rockets Spurs game right now. We have Pacers Blazers later tonight. Bulls Kings. Hornets Suns. But the Celtics blew out the Cavs. The final score is not indicative of that game. The Lakers blew out the Knicks. The final score is not indicative of that game. Well, the Knicks were kind of hanging around the majority of it. They really only got blown out in that third. But here we go. Let's do it. Spurs win the tip, and we're off and running. We know the starting lineup for both of these teams. We've covered them enough. Here we go. Wemby tries to hand it off to Vassell, but it's a foul out on the perimeter. Christian Blaze, what's up, Christian? Old Town Rodeo, Chef, you looking spiffy. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Let's also lower this down a little bit like that. There we go. All right. So Fox has it up top. They get it over to Wemby. Wemby fires up the three and he gets it to go. If Wemby hits his first three of the game, it could be a long night. If we go 0 for 3 on entertaining basketball games here today, I'm going to be upset. Durant has it up top, attacking to his left, driving it down, kicks it out to Sengun. Sengun pump fakes from 3. Now they get it to Durant, being guarded by Castle. Durant backing him down, leans in, puts up the jumper, comes up short. Wembanyama trying to grab the rebound. Eason beats him to it, and then Eason throws it into the third row. Okay, buddy. Captain Massive said, gotta watch my Longhorn Durant. Hey, check out Durant. Got a Texas fan. All right, they hand it off to Fox. He dances around behind the screen. He launches the three. He can't get it to go. And here comes Alperen Sengun, bringing it down the other way. Sengun has it up top, being guarded by Wemby. Coming to his left, backing him down. Flips it up with the right-hand hook. Can't get it to go. Wembanyama with the rebound. And Wemby will bring it down. Wemby waving off Vassell. Wemby's going to bring it down. He's going to step back. Gets it over to Fox. Back to Wemby. Wemby pump fakes. Jab step to his left. Down the lane. Lefty layup. Got it to go for Victor Wembanyama. And he looks aggressive today. He was hunting that shot. He got over to Fox. Quickly asked for it right back. He said, let me cook Sengun tonight. That's definitely the approach it feels like Wemby has right now. He leaves Alperen Sengun wide open at the top of the key. At the three-point line by himself, doesn't even come out to contest. He's daring him to shoot it. Durant gets it back to Sengun, down the lane, reverse layup, got it to go. Wemby looking for the chase down block too. He didn't get it. Sengun gets the layup, now hit ahead to Castle, blows past the defense, gets blocked at the rim by Durant, and now here comes Eason pushing it the other way. Eason head down to the rim, loses the handle, picks it up, kicks it out to Durant. Durant puts up the three over Champagnie. He can't get it to go. Wembanyama with the rebound. Fox it ahead to Castle. Castle kicks it out to Vassell. Extra pass. Champagnie wide open three. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes right back to Champagnie. Has it along the baseline. Kicks it out up top to Castle. Castle gets ran into by Jabari Smith Jr. It's going to be a foul on the floor, I believe. Not going to give him the shot attempts. Captain Massive said, one of the best, if not the best narrators. Appreciate you. Learn from AccuStates. The narrator can make the show to a broadcast. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So Vassell will inbound it. A 5-2 start. Is that 2 fouls on Eason? Is that what they said? Yeah, and they subbed him out. No. 2 fouls on somebody they had to sub out. Fox settles for the pull-up mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go over Sengun. Here comes Thompson bringing it down the other way. Thompson has it up top. Coming to his left off the Sengun screen. He has it in the paint. Stops at the baseline. Kicks out to Sengun. Waving off somebody. Nobody moved. So they get it over to Durant. Down the lane. Floater. Got it to go for Kevin Durant. Why would you not just put Victor Wembanyama in Durant? As Durant slips and falls, and the Spurs are just going to push it down the other way. And a three for Wembanyama comes up short. He snags his own offensive rebound. He goes up, gets the foul, gets the putback, and he's going to get three the old-fashioned way. Victor Wembanyama, he is hyped and ready to go here tonight. This is a scary sight for the Houston Rockets. Wemby is hunting his offense. He is hunting his own offense, which, like I said, this could be and he is hyped and pumped after missing that three, grabbed his own offensive rebound and got the putback. It's going to be a long night for Houston if they don't find a way to slow him down. Might have to bring a double team over and just dare somebody else on the Spurs to beat you, which they're more than capable of, which is the scary part of Wemby. When he's in this mode right here and you don't necessarily have anybody who can match up with him, they might have to sneak KD on him because nobody else can really match with him. Thompson and Jabari Smith Jr. now out of the game. Wembanyama knocks down his and one free throw. And we have 9:12 to go. Shepard is also in the game now. They get over to Durant, back to Shepard. Shepard coming to his left off the Sengun screen. Snake it back to his right hand. Foul line, pump fake. Kicks it out to Sengun. Sengun doesn't want to shoot the three. Wembanyama daring him to. He doesn't want to take it, so he puts him in the post, backing him down under the rim. Layup with the right hand, can't get it to go. Wemby saves the rebound over to Champagnie as he hits the floor. Wembanyama is amped today. My goodness. Vassell looking to attack. Stop, turn, spin, fall away, contested midi. Can't get it to go. A terrible shot for Vassell. Just get that back to Wemby. He's clearly amped up and ready to go. They get it over to Eason, crossover on Vassell to the rim. They kick it out. Dorian Finney-Smith, a wide open right corner three, and he splashes it. There you go. They need a guy like Dorian Finney-Smith to knock down his shots. Here comes Steph Castle bringing it down. He has it up top and hands it off to Fox. Wemby wanted the ball in the post there, and the Spurs are like, let's run some offense. Fox pulls it out, swings it over to Castle. Castle up top being guarded by Sengun on a switch. It's going to rhythm dribble, step back jumper. Got it to go out of the mid-range for Steph Castle. Now it's 10-7, a back-and-forth affair so far to start. Impressive offensive showing for both sides so far. Reed coming to his right, off the Sengun screen. They get it over to Sengun, rolling to the rim. Has it out by the three-point line, being guarded by Wemby. Sengun has not had much success against Wemby so far tonight. They get it back to Sengun. He's going to put up the midi, and he's going to knock down the midi jump shot. Wembanyama is daring Sengun to put up jump shots. And the Rockets don't get back on defense. Fox sneaks right behind them. Castle hits them with the home run pass, and he easy lays it up and in. Spurs, I don't want to say generating easier looks than the Rockets right now, but getting out and run and just running the Rockets off the court for a couple of these possessions here. Sengun gets it over to Durant. Durant sees two, gets it into Wemby, kicks it out to Shepherd, extra pass to Finney-Smith, another three, throws up the air ball, and it goes out of bounds, ball back to the Spurs. Whew. That's a tough one. Bruce Simpson, what's up, Bruce Simpson? KD don't want Wemby smoke? I don't think he does either. I don't think anybody does. Maybe Chet? Actually, Chet definitely don't want it. Chet always goes MIA whenever he's got a matchup with Wemby. Sunjen said, Wemby loves KD and wants to beat him so bad. I love it. There's so many guys who feel that way. Christian Blaze, what's up, Christian Blaze? Damn, did Amin Thompson get subbed out after 3 minutes? He did get subbed out pretty early. I don't think it was it might have been 4 minutes or so, but yeah, he got subbed out pretty early. Thompson up, Castle up top, attacking to his right. They kick it out to Harper. Up top to Champagnie, a wide open straightaway three. Walks into it and he knocks it down. Nothing but net for Julian Champagnie. It's now 9-15. Wemby also subs out of the game now, but it's about 5 minutes in. Normal rotation for Stars. They get it over to Shepherd. Shepherd back to Sengun. Foul line jumper for Sengun over Cornette. Can't get it to go. Didn't actually shoot the jumper. Kind of shot this like push shot, jump shot. I don't even know how to describe it. Vassell bringing it down, coming to his left off the Champagnie screen, down the lane, cross-court pass, a three for Dylan Harper. He knocks it down, and next thing you know, it's a 9-point game and a timeout for the Houston Rockets. It's 9-18. It might be a long night for Houston. Like I said, if we go 0 for 3 on entertaining games, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be upset. We covered the first game we covered here today where the Celtics taking on the Cavs and the Celtics dominated the game from the tip. Next game we covered where the Lakers taking on the Knicks and the Lakers dominated the game right from the tip. Knicks were closer than the Cavs. Really the only quarter they got blown out in was the third, but they tried to make it interesting in the fourth. So we had a little bit of excitement there. But the Lakers always play boring games, so it wasn't even an entertaining game. And then here, right now, we have the Spurs taking on the Rockets, and the Spurs jump out to an early 9-point lead about halfway through this first quarter. If this is a disappointing matchup, I'm going to really be upset. Sons Jen said Mike Brown in the doghouse today. I don't even really want to blame Mike Brown for the performance today. That was a players didn't show up type of performance, which it happens. It happens. I'm not going to harp too much on it. Your stars didn't play to the level that they needed to. I didn't think the processing and decision-making was very good today from pretty much anybody. I will say I did love to see Jordan Clarkson ready to fire when he came into the game. He got in and let it go. I was happy to see that. He played well. But really, of anybody in the regular rotation, nobody really had it going, thinking about it. Really, the only guy I could say with confidence who played well was Jordan Clarkson. Everybody else struggled for a majority of the game, even if they had their moments. Just that said, with the inactive players, for Houston, they have Steven Adams, Fred VanVleet, and Jae'Sean Tate. J.D. Davison and Tristan Newman as well. J.D. Davison is what, a two-way guy? Spurs, David Jones, Garcia, Harrison Barnes, Mason Plumlee, Harrison Ingram, and Emmanuel Miller. A couple two-way guys. Larry Gardner, what's up, Larry? Go Spurs, go. They're hooping. They're threatening to pull away from this one. Good timeout from the Rockets. Hopefully they respond at this timeout, and we get a good game. Anthony Proctor, what's up, Anthony? Lakers drafted Clarkson, too. They did. A little bit of a homecoming for Clarkson. Larry said a no let-up, 48 minutes, bound the rock. For sure. Twilson, what's up, Twilson? It has been that kind of night, Larry. It has been that kind of night. Like I said, the Celtics dominated the Cavs. The Lakers held the lead majority of the game against the Knicks. And the San Antonio Spurs are threatening to do the same against the Rockets here today. Sons and Jen said, it looked to me like the Knicks weren't ready for this game, and I bet it doesn't happen again. Yeah, I mean, look, We can give them all the excuses of the early start time, West Coast road trip, daylight savings. We can give them all those excuses. But the fact of the matter is you didn't show up when, the game was ready to tip. And you got your butt kicked on national television. So regroup. You have a tough game tomorrow against the Clippers. We'll see who plays for the Clippers because we know they are bereft with injury. So I assume they'll have a bounce-back game tomorrow. Second night of a back-to-back, though, and they played a lot of minutes today trying to get that comeback going. Bible, what's up, Bible? Chef in Texas tonight with the shirt on. I got it on, don't I? I got it on. By the way, thrift store too. Thrift store kills it. I get all the show outfits from the thrift store, except for maybe like 2 or 3 of them. That's about it. But pretty much all of them come from thrifting. All right, here we go. We're back into it. The Rockets bringing it down. All right, give me something interesting, Houston. Give me something interesting. Timer's too far ahead. We got 6:25 to go. Durant has it up top. Crosses over to his left, gets it out to Shepherd. Shepherd the 3 over Vassell, and Shepherd gets on the board with a 3 on the left wing. There you go. There you go. Gets 3 of those points back. Now it's a 6-point game. Castle has it up top. Coming to his right, off a Champagny screen, down the lane, kicks out to Champagny, ran off the line, through the lane, kicks it out. Dylan Harper, another open 3. They're going to dare him to shoot, and he's going to make him pay. Oof, Dylan Harper, back-to-back 3s, gets those 3 points right back and puts it right back up to 9. Under 6 to go. Now I can start the timer. Under 6 to go. Now I'm behind. Thompson up top being guarded by Champagny. Coming to his left. They're going under all the screens. Thompson up top. Gets it over to Durant. Durant being guarded by Castle. Coming to his right. Sees a double team. Stops. Keeps it. Puts up the jumper. Gets it to go anyway for Kevin Durant. Here comes Castle. Castle coming to his right. Shepherd picks him up. Castle now coming to his left, putting his head down, attacking, kicks it out to Harper. It's a weak pass. Harper has to go inside the 3-point line to recover it. A 3 for Vassell, gets fouled by Dorian Finney-Smith. He's going to go to the foul line for 3 free throws. This is now threatening to be the 4th 3-point opportunity here for the Spurs in a row. They knocked down 3 threes in a row, and now Vassell gets fouled on a 3 and can go to the foul line for 3 free throws. Durston, what's up, Durston? What an absolutely fabulous giddy-up you're wearing today. Appreciate you, brother. Sorry about the Knicks. Let's go Rockets. Sometimes you have days like you have today. As long as you try to Knicks come out and be better tomorrow, I'll be able to live with it. 5:20 to go. Vassell knocks down the first one. He's got 2 more coming, getting fouled on the 3-point attempt. Vassell hits the second one. Can give them that 10-point lead early here in the first quarter with 5:20 to go. Durson said they'll be right. Everyone has an off game. Everybody's had some off games. The only scare with the Knicks is that they've been so inconsistent this year that you hope they're not slipping back into that. And it's just an off game. Hopefully it's just an off game. Vassell goes 3 for 3 from the foul line. 3 perfect free throws. 5:20 to go, and Thompson will bring it down for the Rockets. Gets it over to Shepherd. Shepherd being guarded by Harper. Up top. Good pressure from Dylan Harper here. Get it over to Durant. Durant out by the half-court line. Coming to his right, pocket pass to Shepherd. Wide open left wing 3 for him. He can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball rebound. Shepherd saves it inside, but he was out of bounds when he caught the ball. So the ball's going to go back to the Spurs with the 10-point lead. And this is threatening to get ugly. We'll see. We'll see if the Rockets can hang around here. Durston said, I hope so. Pistons are about to be on a 4-game slide. Yeah, we'll go around the league. We did see, Durston, that they were getting absolutely blown out by the Miami Heat tonight. Steph Castle had an open shot, but instead tried to force it down low to Cornette. Ends up with the turnover. And Amen Thompson with a gorgeous, athletic reverse layup around Luke Cornette there, going under the rim. And they hit ahead to Keldon Johnson, who has in the paint, flips it up with the right hand, comes up short. Dorian Finney-Smith with the rebound. Here comes Thompson pushing it the other way. It's only an 8-point game. Thompson has it up top, dancing with it. Crosses over to his left, throws up the floater over Vassell. Too strong, can't get it to go. Rebound goes right back to Thompson, and Cornette intentionally fouls him, holds him down. And he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Great foul from Luke Cornette. Thompson, not a very reliable free throw shooter. Ahmed, what's up, Ahmed? I feel like Sengun was playing better before. He was. I agree with you. I feel the exact same way. As a matter of fact, the numbers also reflect it in almost every regard. A lot of that had to do with the fact that he was knocking down the three to start the year. He was knocking down that three at about a 40% clip, and it has slowly gone down to where it is now at about 30%. So he has lost almost complete confidence in that three-point shot. And he's just kind of reverting back to how he was last year, which is fine, which is a really good high-level player, but he was definitely better to start the year, and I think a lot has to do that he was knocking down the three early. Castle settles for a three. He can't get it to go, coming off the Cornet screen. Rebound to the Rockets, and now here they come. They did knock down those two free throws from Alperen Thompson. Thompson trying to get it to Durant, but Dylan Harper grabs and fouls Durant, battling him for post positioning. Elijah Bell with the Elijah. I need Clint Capella to get one assist. I'm rooting for you, brother. One assist is very doable. Eric C said, I'm a Knicks fan, but man, I love Wemby for not just his talent, but his passion. He's what the NBA needs more of. Absolutely. Absolutely. If we get some more Wembys in the NBA would be far better off. We need more Wembys, less Aytons. Carter Bryant is in the game. He gets the assignment to try and guard Durant. They get over to Shepherd. Shepherd slip pass over to Thompson. Coming down the lane. Thompson gets it out to Durant. Swings through to his right. Down the lane. Gets the ball knocked out of his hands. Shepherd ends up with it. Pump fake. Wide open three. Shepherd can't get it to go. But Clint Capella snags the rebound. Knocked out of his hands, though. And now here comes Carter Bryant. Has it up top. Gets it over to Harper. Harper is going to walk into the straightaway three. Can't get it to go. Cornet knocks the rebound over to Capella. Just snagged the rebound, Clint Capella. Here comes Alperen Thompson bringing it down. Thompson has it up top. Has it at the foul line. Gets it over to Durant. Durant up top being guarded by Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant, the rookie, good defender. Inside pass from Durant to Thompson. They kick it out. Dorian Finney-Smith wide open right corner three. He makes them pay, and it's a three-point game. The Rockets are back into it, and a timeout for the Spurs with 3:19 to go. Sons and Jen said, preach. I love an emotional player. Yeah, give me an overly emotional player versus somebody who don't really care that much. Judge that said if it's a blowout, we can just hate on Reggie Miller for a while. That will kill 10 minutes or so. Fair. Outside of Indiana fans, I don't think anybody likes listening to Reggie Miller. As a matter of fact, I don't even think Indiana fans like listening to his commentary. I'm sure they love him as a basketball player. His commentary is awful. He is awful at this job. He is awful as a broadcaster and commentator. Durant with 4, 1, and 2, but his gravity has been absolutely insane here tonight. Spurs showing him multiple bodies. And he's doing a great job moving the ball around, making decisions so far to start the game. Dorian Finney-Smith knocked down 2 threes. Thompson with the 4 points. And Shepherd's knocked down a 3. As far as the Spurs, they subbed out, majority of their starters, and they now have their bench guys in, which is part of the reason why the offense is stifled a little bit here. Fox has to carry it, and Fox is not carrying it right now. It's been a lot of Dylan Harper. He's 2 for 3 from the field, which is fine. I like Dylan Harper, but all 3 of his attempts come from the three-point range. Well, a little bit more than that, right? Luke Cornet is not much of an offensive threat outside of an occasional lob. Carter Bryant is not much of an offensive threat, and Keldon Johnson has just entered the game. So, Bible said Rockets playing good. They are playing good. It's a little bit of a slow start. We'll see what happens when Wembanyama comes back in the game. I wonder if he's going to come in after this timeout. But they're cooking with gas now. I mean, with Finney-Smith and Shepherd out there, 2 capable three-point shooters, they're doing a great job moving the ball around at least. And Durant, obviously a third capable shooter, so having Thompson playing the dunker spot, or Capella in the dunker spot and Thompson in the middle of the lane, with Durant drawing multiple attentions, able to hit the slip pass to Thompson, allow Thompson to make the decision from there. It's worked a couple of times in a row here. That's how they crawled back into this game. Let's go around the league. So, this is college. Like almost every other team here tonight, the Pistons get blown out by the Heat, but they rally, I'm sure, here in the fourth quarter. 30-18. They rally in the fourth quarter a little bit here to make it a respectable end score, 11 points. Bible said we need Mason Plumlee. I don't know if you need Mason Plumlee. Mason Plumlee's not very good. Eric C said everyone hit the like. The man got all dressed up for us. Appreciate you, Eric. Absolutely. If you guys are enjoying the show, hit the thumbs up button and like the stream. I'd very much appreciate it. Very much would. All right, we're going to check this box score when we come back from the next timeout, but let's get back into this one. Here comes Harper bringing it down. They get it over to Cornette. Cornette up top, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson down the lane, he throws up the floater and he gets it to go. Now here come the Rockets looking for an answer. They have not led at all tonight. Thompson holds on to that pivot foot, turns and fires, knocks down the mid-range follow-away jumper in the paint over Carter Bryant. Well contested too. A nice impressive shot for Amen Thompson. Makes me think that maybe that soft touch jumper could be there, could be developed. Harper kicks it out to Carter Bryant for a three. Can't get it to go. Don't love how often the Spurs are jacking up three so far here tonight. Here comes Thompson pushing it the other way. Thompson up top, coming to his left in the lane, steps through, puts up the floater. Can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for two. And now Amen Thompson dominating the game, getting into the lane, drawing fouls. Foong Pei, what's up, Foong Pei? Slap your leg because you're not allowed down as a chef. Amen Thompson at the foul line, knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Wembanyama coming back in. He was feeling himself to start. We'll see if he keeps that same energy. Christian Blaze said, Mason for sure is... Cornette duped the Spurs after one good playoff game versus the Knicks where he had 7 blocks. He's not usually like that. No, but I do think he's solid. You just need a solid backup center for Wemby. And Mason Plumlee is washed. A three for Keldon Johnson at the left corner. Can't get it to go. Thompson did knock down the other rebound. Thompson pushing it, gets it over to Durant. Mid-range jumper, got it to go. And here come the Houston Rockets. They now take their first lead of the game. 27-26. Harper bringing it down, crosses over. Backing down Shepard, swings it out, extra passing. Champagnie walks into the open three. Champagnie comes up short. Harper comes flying in, knocks a rebound over to Durant, and now here comes Thompson. Thompson on the left wing, guarded by Champagnie. Quick crossover, goes along the baseline. And an offensive foul on, I believe, Clint Capella holding on to Victor Wembanyama. So now the Spurs are bringing it down. Trailing by 1 now. What a rally from the Houston Rockets after a really slow start. Trailed by 9. Over the top pass to Champagnie, ran up the line by Shepard to kick it out. Keldon Johnson, the straightaway three. They'll dare him to shoot, and he'll make him pay, knocking it down straight away. 29-27, 140 to go. Shepard bringing it down, being guarded by Fox. Coming to his left off a high screen. Shepard gets it out to Eason. Ran up the line by Champagnie. Driving to his right in the lane. Gets caught in the air. Somehow found a way to save it inside to Thompson. But Thompson was being held by Harper. And it's a foul on Harper. Foul on the floor. But I believe they're in the bonus. Yeah, they're in the bonus. So 2 free throws for Thompson. Or not. Side out of bounds. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ozahar. What's up, Ozahar? Eason gets it over to Capella. Capella hands it off to Shepard. Shepard coming to his right. Off the screen. Inside pass to Capella for the two-handed slam. What a pick and roll for the Rockets there. Now we're tied at 29. Look at that. Coming all the way back to tied at 29. Now we're truly in a back in the fourth fair here. They get it out to Harper. Harper attacking to his right. Gets it in the lane. Reverse layup for Harper. What? Oh my goodness. Just bullied Tari Eason down in the paint and knocks down a reverse layup. Right against his chest. What an aggressive play from the rookie. That is scary for his future. For the rest of the league. A three for Shepard on the left wing. He can't get it to go. Long rebound, finds its way out to Durant, who pump fakes. 0 steps down the lane, throws up the floater, and gets it to go for Kevin Durant. And neither team really capable of stopping each other right now. I think this is just really high-level offense. Some decent defense being played, but mostly high-level offense. Fox driving it down, crosses over to his right, stop, turn, spin, gets fouled. And is this also side out of bounds, or is this in the bonus? I guess we'll have to wait to find out. Bible said, yes, we need a center replacement. Cornette, Biyombo, not it. Cornette has not been playing well as of late. They are in the bonus, by the way. So Fox at the foul line as he misses a free throw. Oh, my goodness. Don loves you. What's up, Don? KD is alive today. He is hooping. He's up to 8 points, 4 for 6 from the field, 3 boards, 2 assists. KD having a nice night. We got 30 seconds to go. Why did I stop the timer? 30 seconds to go. Tied at 31. Fox misses the first free throw. He's got one more coming. And Fox does at least knock down the second one. And Amin Thompson will bring it down. Thompson has it up top. Crosses over to his right. Crosses over to his left in the lane. Pump fake, steps through. Gets blocked by Wemby. And Wembanyama will pull it down the other way. And the shot clock is off. Castle will hold on to it. Castle will hold it for the final shot of the quarter. 10 seconds to go. They get over to Fox. Fox being guarded by Shepard. Tries to throw the bullet pass inside to Castle. Ball gets knocked loose. Durant picks it up and then gets fouled, and that's free throws. It's a bad foul from Steph Castle. I get he's diving for the loose ball, but with 2 seconds to go, Durant picks it up. They try to push it the other way. They're going to have to heave it at the end of the clock here. Just that said, I'm not going to lie, I'm tired too. Lost an hour this morning and only moderately panicked. Oh, man. It has been a long day. It has been a long day. So Durant is at the foul line for 2 free throws here. Spurs with a 1-point lead. Fox was just at the foul line. He split his free throws. Durant knocks down his first one. He's got another one coming. Bible said, yeah, you couldn't smoke and do the scoring clock. Talk to y'all and call the game. It's too much. It is a lot sometimes. But all I'm really doing is just talking. We're good. We're good. Durant knocks down both free throws. 1-point lead for the Rockets. Get it into Wemby. Wemby with the half-court heave. Wemby comes up just short. And that will be the end of our first quarter. 12 minutes down, 36 minutes to go. Rockets rally back, down by 9. Felt like the Spurs had all the momentum. Victor Wembanyama came out firing, ready to go. Honestly, I did not like that substitution early in the game from Coach Mitch Johnson. For the Spurs, I get it's his regular rotation, but Wemby has that kind of aggression and readiness to go. Maybe extend those minutes, just another minute or two, just to see if he continues that aggressiveness and if he continues that offensive firepower that he was playing with. But still, solid quarter for both teams, 33-32. But you know, when you're building up such a lead, 9-point lead, I wouldn't have pulled Wemby out at that time. You know, got them on the ground, foot on their neck, looking to stomp it out. I know it's early in the game, but really put the fear in them before you pull Victor, in my opinion. Either way, it's not a tied game. 1-point lead for the Houston Rockets, 33-32. So. Mr. Reaction Scripts, new fit on, I'm crying. Brother, we out here, we're hooping, man. We're hooping. We are ready to go today. Christian Blaze said, Wemby to Cornette is a huge drop-off. I mean, Wemby to anybody, to any other backup center is going to be a huge drop-off. You know, I get it. You want a better backup center. Not going to disagree with you. You guys have watched the Spurs more than I have. But what other backup center would you have preferred? Eric C said, so glad I found this channel. I used to watch a different one, but they were super vulgar and increasingly obnoxious. Keep up the good work, Chef. 3 games today. Woof. You doing 2 tomorrow? I'll look into it, but I work a little bit later tomorrow, so if I'm home on time, could set up. I'll set it up late, but we definitely have the Knicks on deck, so we'll definitely do the Knicks game tomorrow. But considering we lost an hour today, and I did 3 streams, and then I work tomorrow morning, we'll see. We'll see. Again, if I can get home the right time, I'll rush home. I'll set up for it, but we'll definitely set up for our Clippers Knicks game tomorrow. So definitely 1. Maybe we'll do 2 tomorrow. Maybe. Carson Shifty, what's up, Carson? Dang, 3 streams, 3 good games on today. At least they should have been. 3 good games. The Celtics ended up taking care of business against the Cavs. It wasn't a very good one. RR Creations, appreciate you, RR Creations. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Yeah, so we started off our day, 1 o'clock game, ABC game. Jason Tatum going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're back. They're ready to go. I get no Jared Allen, but the Cavs got smoked. Now, they made it interesting down the stretch. They rallied. They tried to make a run. Cool, sure, whatever. Ultimately, they got blown out. Then we tune into our next game. Lakers-Knicks. Lakers play one of the worst brands of basketball to watch in the NBA. I don't like watching the LA Lakers play basketball. But with the Knicks playing them, had to watch it. Because, of course, we cover every single Knicks game. And it was a truly, truly terrible watch. Mark A., appreciate you, Mark, for the subscription. My goodness, appreciate you guys. As much as I love watching my New York Knicks play, they did not show up today, and they got ran off the court by the Lakers. Well, they walked their way past the Knicks as they walked their way to the foul line tonight. But the Knicks couldn't stop hacking and whacking away, and it was just one of those nights. Bible said Dwight Howard, Brooke Lopez, Jarrett Jackson, Wemby brother? Dwight Howard, Brooke Lopez would have been interesting, I guess. It's an interesting one. I don't know about Dwight Howard. Here we go. Start of the second quarter. Shepard. Ooh, Fox comes up injured. Oh, it's a moving screen, but he seems fine. He's shaking it off. Bishop Ray said, find me a blue one and I'll join you. Find you a blue one? A blue what? Carson said, by the way, if you didn't know, I am... Oh, FF2. What's up, FF2? I just made a new account because it made me log out. What's up? What's up? Do you want me to call you FF2 or do you want me to call you Carson? Either way works for me. Fox gets it out to Johnson. Johnson driving to his right. Stops, turns, spins. Has it in the paint. Stops, spins again. Good defense by Thompson, but Johnson just rises up and knocks down the hook shot over him. Thompson bringing it down. Thompson has it up top. They get over to Shepard. Shepard, the straightaway 3 over Fox. Comes up short. Rebound to Castle. Castle bringing it down. Castle has it up top. Crossing over to his right. Leans in. Pump fake. Kicks it in the corner to Fox. Jab step. Driving to his left. Bullies his way in the paint. Pump fake. Lays it up and in. No real rim protector down there. The best rim protector is what? Jabari Smith Jr. and Amin Thompson. Between Sengun, Shepard, and who's the other guy? Dorian Finney-Smith? Yeah. And then Reed Shepard throws it away. They get it over to Castle, pushing the pace. They swing it out. Champagny doesn't want to shoot that contested 3. They lob it down low to Wembanyama instead. The fall-away jumper off glass, and Wemby with the fall-away shot off glass. Very purposeful use of the glass there. Love to see that. Knocks down the fall-away jumper. He's now up to 10 points. Wemby's hooping. They get out to Jabari Smith Jr. being guarded by Champagny. Up top to Thompson. Thompson being guarded by Castle. Walks into the pull-up 3. And Amin Thompson knocks down the pull-up 3. There you go. There you go. And they lob it up top to Wemby, who throws down a two-handed hammer. So why is my score off? I must have gave points to the wrong side. It's 35-40 now after that dunk. They get it out to Jabari Smith Jr. for an open 3. He can't get it to go. They get it back to Sengun in the post, being guarded by Fox. And Fox picks up the foul, reaching for it. He had the size mismatch against Sengun in the post there, so just went for the steal. Christian said, no good time to bring up Dwight Howard after reports today. I didn't even know there were reports today about Dwight Howard, but I have seen reports in the past about Dwight Howard, so I could only imagine. Carson said, I don't know. Then I'll call you Carson. Shepard driving to his right, down the lane, throws up the floater. Gets the friendly bounce on the floater. He gets it to go down. 3-point game. Both of these teams going back and forth. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Castle has it up top. Coming to his right. Hands it off to Wembanyama. Swings through to his right. Sidestep, step back three for Wemby. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, though. Champagne ends up with it. They get over to Castle. Castle, the straightaway three. Castle knocks it down. Gets those Amen Thompson three-point shots right back. Here comes Thompson bringing it down. Gets it over to Shepherd. Shepherd up top. Gets it over to Jabari Smith Jr. Smith Jr. gets it over to Sengun being guarded by Wemby. Sengun just going to back down Wembanyama in the paint. Reverse layup. Got it to go. Wemby tried to pull the chair off from under him, but Sengun was ready for it. Remain on balance. Castle down the lane, draws the foul on Sengun. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Eric C said, gotta say, Spurs have been my second favorite franchise since like 2000. That coach Popovich is a legend. He is. The league definitely misses him. Bible said, Wemby, little block so far tonight. Little blocks. He's got 2 blocks. Or 1 block. I know he definitely has 1 block. Maybe he has 2. I know he definitely has 1. Castle knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Still Marte. What's up, Marte? Fred VanVleet, almost ready to come back. Rockets need a point guard. He is out for the season, brother. He's not coming back. He's done. He tore it in preseason or training camp. He tore it in training camp. Not going to make his way back this season. Castle knocks down both. Gives them the 6-point lead. 45-39. 9 minutes to go. Fred VanVleet, they wish. Reed Shepherd bringing it down against Castle. Castle has it up top. Shepherd has it up top, being guarded by Castle. They get over to Sengun. Hands it off to Shepherd. Coming to his left. Off the handoff. Driving it down in the lane. Gets stripped by Wemby. Champagne picks it up. Over to Harper. Down the lane. Lefty layup. Got it to go for Dylan Harper. Now they're up by 8 again. Here comes Shepherd bringing it down. Shepherd dribbles it off his own foot. Ball back to the Spurs. And Reed Shepherd struggling to bring the ball down the court right now. Struggling with this defensive pressure from the Spurs. I don't know if you should have one ball handler out there. Just Shepherd. Who else out there can handle the ball? I don't think there anybody is. Who is that? Oh, they put in Josh Okogie. They need a physical defender, an energy guy out there, I guess. And Keldon Johnson, off the good ball movement from the Spurs, knocks down the right wing 3, and it's back to double digits for the Spurs. 11-point lead, 50-39, and the crowd is roaring. 8:20 to go. Eric C said, who's your MVP so far this year? SGA. I know it's not a controversial pick. It's not interesting. He's just having the best season. He's the best player having the best season right now in the league. Jokic having a fantastic year as well, but slightly down from his usual production. And then Wemby, I have third. So I have SGA, I have Jokic, I have Wemby, and then, Carson said it's going to be Luka, in my opinion. Luka is maybe going to finish 4th. I wouldn't have him in my top 5, though. Well, maybe I might have him 5. I have Cade as 4. I have Cade Cunningham at 4. Luka 5. And then, after 5, it could be whoever. Jaylen Brown. We could throw Jaylen Brown in there. Bible said Wemby MVP. Definitely in the conversation. He's definitely in the conversation. All 3 of the top 3 guys who I think are definitely deserving of the MVP between SGA, Jokic, and Wemby are all hovering around that 65-game minimum. So we'll see where it ends up with how many games each of these guys end up playing. Carson said, I feel bad for the 76ers. They're probably going downhill now because Maxey is out for some time now. Is he out for, I think, like 2 weeks? Yeah, they were already struggling, even with Maxey, with Embiid's oblique injury. But that's the nature of Philly. That is the nature of Philly. So heavily reliant on injury-prone players, unfortunately. Ant-Man. There you go, Michael Dickens. I forgot about Ant-Man. Yeah, I definitely have Ant-Man. You know, I might put Ant-Man over, not even might. I think I'm going to put Ant-Man over Cade. So I got Ant-Man at 4, and then Cade at 5. Luka 6, Brown 7. That's a great name to point out, Michael. Anthony Edwards is just the forgotten guy all the time. Might be because he's in Minnesota, but forget about Anthony Edwards all the time. AB said, my New York Knicks have never had an MVP. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Eric C said, all we want the Knicks to get to the finals, but if not, Detroit, San Antonio would be entertaining. I think the playoffs are going to be spectacular this year, and I think whoever ends up in the finals should be an entertaining matchup. You know, last year we got Thunder Pacers, and it was an incredibly entertaining matchup. J.K. Roggs, what's up, J.K. Roggs? How is SGA having a better year than Jokic? The stats aren't even close. Yeah, I mean, if we just want to give it to the guy with the best stats, SGA is having a more impactful season. All of the advanced metrics point to it. He's having one of the best guard seasons of all time. And honestly, it's not even really close this season. Last season was significantly closer. Last season, you could convince me one way or the other. This season, to me, it is without a doubt, SGA has been better than Jokic this season as a whole. Mohammed, what's up, Mohammed? Rotund Calzone, what's up, Rotund? Am I doing a Kid Rock impression? No, brother, no. They get it over to Jabari Smith Jr. Smith Jr., the fall-away midi, got it to go. And Champagny upset that he made the shot. He just waves his hand like, no way. Jabari Smith Jr. knocks down the contested midi. Castle has it up top to get it over to Keldon Johnson. Castle coming to his right, driving right through the chest of Sengun. Sengun does a good job holding up. Castle pivots and spins and knocks down the fall-away bank shot jumper. And Sengun puts his hands up in the air like, really? I guess tough fall-away jumper for tough fall-away jumper. Back to an 11-point game, 52-41. They get it over to Jabari Smith Jr., driving it down, step back, fall away midi again. Another basket for Jabari Smith Jr., getting to his spots, knocking it down. Castle shovels it out to Harper. Harper gets it over to Wemby. Wemby being guarded by Eason. Wemby coming to his left, dancing with it, step back three. Wemby can't get it to go. Bailing out the defense, I think, on these couple of step back threes he shot. Here comes Eason pushing it down the other way. Crosses over to his left, down the lane, step back, step through, gets swatted out of bounds by Wemby. What are we thinking, attacking the paint like that recklessly by Eason? Just tossing it up there for Wembanyama to toss it out. Why? J.K. Rock said, I'm officially worried for Detroit after today. Besides Cade, they don't have anything remotely close to a score. These are the issues people brought up before the trade deadline, but the Pistons were playing so well that some of their fans, and definitely their front office clearly, kind of just waved it off. Jabari Smith Jr. draws a foul on Carter Bryant. 7 minutes to go here. They decided to stand pat at the trade deadline. The only thing they did was swap Ivy for Herter, which clearly is not a good enough move. AB said, how come my Knicks can't show up every night like the Spurs do? Did the Spurs show up the other night when they got smoked and ran out of the gym by the Knicks? Oh, that's right, brother. That's right. My guy AP only comes out of the shadows when the Knicks play poorly, so he missed that one. He missed when the Knicks ran the Spurs out of the building the other day in MSG. AP said 1 game. Lakers game today. 1 game. They make a habit out of it, then we can talk about it. But during this 21-game stretch, it's been 1 game. Bruce Simpson. What's up, Bruce Simpson? Jabari Smith Jr. knocks down both of his free throws. Harper gets it over to Wemby. Gets it back to Harper. In the corner. Back to Harper. They get it out to Vassell. Vassell, right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound for Sengun. Sengun pushing it the other way. Sengun has it up top. They get over to Jabari Smith Jr. Hands it off to Sengun. Coming to his right. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. Sengun trying to get it to KD. KD late to come get it, but he finally gets it, being guarded by Carter Bryant. 5 on the shot clock, coming to his left, spins, kicks out to Eason. Eason puts up the 3, well contested by Vassell. He can't get it to go, battle for the rebound. Sengun and Wembanyama battling down low, but Carter Bryant sneaks in there and grabs it. Steph Castle shot out of a cannon all the way to the rim. Righty layup, got it to go, and the foul for Steph Castle. He's going to go to the foul line for one more. What an explosive athletic move. AB said, I want to see the Detroit Pistons framed out. They deserve, or flame out. They deserve to flame out, coming out, starting beef with us Knicks fans. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, brother. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You want to fight for that 1 seed? Trade the regular season if it's the most important thing in the world? I feel the ramifications of it comes towards the end of the season. It's a marathon, not a sprint. They've been sprinting for a while. We'll see if they're going to be able to catch their breath, but it feels like they're in a little bit of a jog right now. Thompson has it up top. Wemby back to the bench. Cornette back in. They hand it off to Durant. Durant down the lane. Leaves it off inside for Thompson. Pump fake, leans in. Gets caught in the air. Saves it out to Sengun. Now they swing it out to Eason. Eason across the lane. Reverse layup. Got it to go. Nice move for Tari Eason there. And Castle did knock down his and one free throw. So it's 47-55 to get it out to Carter Bryant. Swing it out to Vassell. Back to Bryant, back to Vassell. Vassell driving to his left. Leans in. Step back mid-range jumper, can't get it to go. Durant with the rebound, bringing it down the other way. Durant gets it over to Thompson. Thompson up top. Picks up his handle. They get it over to Sengun, being guarded by Cornette. Sengun backing him down. Draws the foul, and knocks down the flip floater falling away shot that Sengun threw up there. He's going to the foul line for one more off the end one. And Cornette continues to struggle. You guys were trying to tell me about Cornette. And he continues to struggle, man. Bible said, heavy is the crown. Great documentary, part 1 and 2. J.K. Rogg said, I think Wemby's biggest problem right now is shot selection. I agree. He should never even be taking a step back 3. He should be limited to like 2 a game, right? Because, like, you know, you want your superstars to try crazy stuff, and he's capable of doing it, but you definitely don't want him settling for a steady diet of 3s. Should be taking 3, maybe 4 a game. But most of his shots and his the areas he gets the ball, as Castle puts up in the mid, he can't get it to go. Sengun missed the free throw, by the way, and here come the Rockets. Most of his shots would obviously be coming inside the arc and as close to the paint as possible with how big he is. They get over to Sengun. He sees a double team. Sengun dribbles it all the way back out, being guarded by Carter Bryant. Spins back to his left. He's got a lane. He's going to bully his way to the basket, lose the handle on the ball. Able to pick it up, kicks it out to KD. Right corner 3, he's open. Throws up the air ball. Ball knocked around, and it goes out of bounds off of Cornette. It's going to stay here with the Rockets. Bishop Ray said, my guy got the Grand Opry on. I like it. They get it into Thompson. Thompson being guarded by Cornette. He's going to settle for the mid-range jumper. In and out, halfway down, but he can't get it to stay. Vassell with a nice strong rebound. Quick outlet to Fox. Now over to Castle. Castle leaves it off for Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson up top to Vassell. Vassell gets it over to Castle. Castle coming to his right. Castle dancing with it, crosses over, down the lane, puts up the floater off glass, can't get it to go. Good defense from Eason there. And now here comes Thompson bringing it down the other way. It's back to a 6-point game. Thompson up top, gets it over to Sengun. Sengun tries to get it to Durant. The pass was off, and it goes out of bounds. And Sengun and Durant just kind of stare at each other. Gotta think the chemistry on this team is not where it needs to be. Not where it needs to be at times. Castle tries to lob it down low to Cornette, but the Spurs called the timeout right before they can get the action going. So we got a stoppage. 4 minutes to go here in the second. It is a 6-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs here. And Lucy33, appreciate you, Lucy. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for that subscription. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. J.K. Rock said, as soon as Wemby comes out, Rockets will be up 5 by the half. I got to expect Wemby to come back in to end the half strong, right? You normally want to end the half with your starters, especially if they're playing well like Wemby is. And again, I talked about it in the pregame. I think the Spurs are at their best when the pecking order is Wemby, Fox, Castle. Castle in his second season can sometimes get a little wild, a little chaotic. I think Fox has to be a little bit more demonstrative, looking for his own shot. He's taking 4 shots today, which is fine. He also has 5 assists, so he's moving the ball around. I think Fox is playing perfectly fine. He's the second best scorer on the team. And I think as the second best scorer, even though you're playing the point guard position, I think there needs to be more stretches where he needs to be more aggressive and a little bit more selfish. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I want to see him have 7, 8, 9 shots by now. You know, Keldon Johnson's taking more shots than him so far tonight for 10 points. Brandon Murphy, what's up, Brandon? Sengun is so overrated. He's trash for real. Turns the ball over like crazy and is too much of an ISO player. Sure. You know, when we have these kind of conversations, I don't necessarily disagree, but I think sometimes we also overlook the coaching. This is definitely how Ime Udoka prefers to play. Get the ball in his best player's hands and let them cook. Manny, Boy Blue, what's up, Manny? Appreciate you. Said subscribe. Great sportscasting. Appreciate you, Manny. Appreciate you. AP reminding people the thumbs up button. Appreciate you, AP. Like the stream if you guys are enjoying it. Would very much appreciate it. Sengun, yes, this is definitely his play style and maybe even his preferred play style. But I think a coach like Ime Udoka definitely empowers him to do so as well. They could for sure include more ball movement by leaning more into their offensive capable players, especially now that Steven Adams is out for the rest of the year. Like, that identity of being a dominant defensive rebounding team is I don't want to say it's entirely gone, because even without Steven Adams, they're still an incredibly good rebounding team and can beat teams up on the glass. But I don't think they are the domineering rebounding team without Steven Adams. And I think they shouldn't lean into that being their sole identity anymore without him. It might be too late in the season. It might have been too wacky to kind of pivot and shift the way they play and what their priorities are as a team. But you can survive off of isolation play. We saw it, forever with the Knicks under Tom Thibodeau. You could survive off of isolation play as long as you have offensive rebounding bigs, because they can generate just more opportunities for those guys. Brandon Murphy said he can't cook, though he can barely even turn the stove on. It may not look pretty, but it can be somewhat effective, as Dylan Harper is confident from 3 right now. Fires up and knocks it down to the right corner. His third made 3 tonight, and it's back up to 9 for the Spurs here. We're under 4 to go. Shepherd has it up top, attacking to his right. Throws up the pull-up 3, and he responds right back with a 3-point make of his own. Back to 6 it goes, trading 3s. They go over to Johnson. Johnson on the left wing. Hands it off to Fox. Fox coming to his right. Down the lane. Kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson pump fakes and driven off the line. He goes to the rim. Scoop lay with the right hand. Got it to go. Keldon Johnson, 26 years old. If he was 3 years younger, he would have went up and looked to get a poster on that one. Instead, he just calmly lays it up. They get over to Durant, who slips and falls. Gets tripped up by Johnson. Bible said Harper is Fox tonight. Yeah, it's like they switched play styles. Harper up to 13 points on 5 for 6 shooting. And 2 assists. He's open. Bible said Sengun is good, but no replacement anymore, like with Wemby when he comes out. The loss of Steven Adams is definitely felt on this team. Also, Sengun losing all confidence in his 3-point attempt and his 3-point shooting is also hurting his ability to create his own shot, for sure. Ahmed said, I think the Spurs got the best backcourt players. They definitely have a plethora of backcourt players that they can go to, between Fox, Vassell, Harper, Johnson, Castle. Like, they got They got players on top of players on top of players that they can go to. They got options. Guys with different skill sets, guys with different ages, different points of their careers. It's crazy. They knock down both of their free throws, and the Spurs bringing it down the other way. 3 minutes to go here. They get over to Vassell. They kick it up top to Keldon Johnson. Johnson pump fakes, driving it down in the lane. He throws up the floater. He can't get it to go. Snags his own offensive rebound, has it in the paint, shovels it out to Harper, and Harper gets the scoop lay with the right hand. And that might be a career night for Dylan Harper, who's now up to 15 points here tonight. Their leading scorer. Shepherd coming to his right off the Capella screen. Capella falls down at the half-court line. Harper applying tough pressure to Shepherd here. Can get it over to Capella. Hands it off to Thompson. Thompson being guarded by Vassell. Coming to his right off the Durant screen. To the rim against Wemby. Leaves it off for Capella in the lane. Flips it up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. And then fight for the loose ball. Capella can't save it. Ball back to the Spurs. Wemby back in to close out this quarter here. Trying to close it out strong. As they have the 8-point lead. Trying to go into the half with at least a double-digit lead. Fox up top gets it over to Johnson. Johnson gets it over to Vassell. Vassell lines up the left corner three. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked over to Thompson. Thompson bringing it down, being guarded by Fox. Thompson up top. Driving it down to his right. Pulls it back out. Picks up his handle. Now he's got nowhere to go. They get it over to Capella. Now over to Shepherd. Shepherd being guarded by Vassell. Shepherd coming to his left off the Capella screen. He throws up a leaning three. Can't get it to go. Wemby chases down the rebound. Good boxing out from the Spurs. And Wemby has it up top. Hands it off to Fox. 1:44 to go. Fox coming to his right. He's going to walk into the pull-up three. They leave him. In and out, halfway down. He can't get it to stay. Wemby fighting for the rebound, trying to keep it alive, but Durant picks it up. Durant bringing it down. Crosses over to his right. Stops, steps through. Sees a triple team. Ball knocked out of his hands. And it's going to stay here with the Rockets. Bible said Mason will make a huge difference. Watch. Maybe he will. Maybe he will. Are they going to give him a chance today? Has he been playing recently? Is he available? Ahmed. Love Shepherd. I think he's having a season. He's for sure having a season. Yeah, I like Shepherd too. I would like to see them try to... It's hard because he's kind of one of the only three-point spacing shooters that they have outside of Durant, but the ball's usually in his hands. Thompson has to fire up the three with the shot clock winding down. And Vassell saves the rebound, and now here comes Wembanyama. Wemby bringing it down. Wemby calling for a screen up top, your center, calling for a screen from your guard. Spins, kicks it out to Vassell. Vassell pump fakes, coming down the lane, lobs it up top to Wemby. Wemby can't get the lob dunk to go down. Wemby, what are we doing? Durant bringing it down the other way now. He steps through, throws up the floater. Can't get it to go down, but he does draw the foul. He's going to the foul line for two. Bibles, no, he's injured. Yeah, I thought he was injured, right? He's coming over from Charlotte. Bible said, do you think Steph will retire or stay a Warrior? I think he'll stay a Warrior. I think he's going to Dirk Nowitzki it out, right? Dirk retired a Mav despite the fact that they weren't a contender at the latter half of his career after 2011's championship. They just stopped being a contender, and Dirk never left and never really considered leaving. I think we'll see Steph kind of do something similar. He'll stay with the Warriors even though they're not really competitive or competing anymore, and probably won't be the remainder of his career. Durant knocks down, or splits the free throws, I believe. It's 55-62. Fox has it up top and gets fouled by Thompson. They had a foul to give, so it's just side out of bounds. They get it in the Fox, being guarded by Thompson. Coming to his left. Swings it out to Vassell. Vassell coming to his right, gets it over to Harper. Harper going the baseline, and Harper throws down a one-handed slam. 17 first-half points for Dylan Harper. Rookie Dylan Harper, their leading scorer. We'll go through it all. It was crazy. It's a crazy game from Dylan Harper. 7 for 8 from the field. Thompson bringing it down. Kicks it out to Durant. Inside to the cutting Dorian Finney-Smith for the easy layup as 2 defenders went to close out on Durant. Got open from the mid-range. Beautiful play from the Rockets there. And De'Aaron Fox will bring it down and should hold it for what could be the final shot of the quarter. It's about a 5-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Fox has it up top being guarded by Thompson. Coming to his left off the Vassell screen. Blowing past Shepard down the lane. Scoop play with the left hand. Got it to go for Fox. And now Durant will bring it down, and this should be the final shot of the quarter. Shot clock is off. They show a double team to Durant at the half-court line, and Durant throws it away. Durant panicking at the sight of a trap. Not what you want to see. Spaced out. What's up, spaced out? That's a big old hat. Is it a big old hat? Here comes Harper, leaves it off for Wemby, pump fakes. Now he steps back, puts up the 3, knocks it down at the buzzer for Victor Wembanyama. Hit him with the pose, Vic. Hit him with the pose. Hold it. Let them take the picture as the buzzer sounds behind you. And they're going to walk into halftime with a 12-point lead. And it's 79 and 69. Ooh, 79, I wish. 69 points scored in the first half here for the Warriors. For the Warriors. Jeez Louise, I'm all turned around now. Got me talking about Steph Curry. 69 first half points for the Spurs. Brandon Murphy said 20 years in the NBA and can't beat the trap. Or even just panicking at the sight of a trap, right, Brandon? Like, relax. Relax. They're showing you multiple defenders. They just want the ball out of your hands. Don't rush it down the court. Nicky said, I'm still tight about the Knicks losing, though. I'm with you, Nicky. I'm with you. It was not a good time. Hopefully, thankfully and hopefully, we don't have to to sit with this loss for a while because the Knicks are back in action tomorrow. No rest for the weary. Got a game tomorrow against the Clippers, so. Spaced Out said, you got boots on to complete the fit? No. Not while I'm just chilling at home, and not especially while you guys can't see my feet. So I just got the slides on. I wasn't going to go all out to put the boots on. I do have the boots. They're over there in the back. But I'm not going to go out of my way to put the boots on when you guys can't even see the boots, unfortunately. Bible said Wemby is going to cry when we win the chip. I mean, he might cry after every playoff game the way he's going, which I like. Spaced Out said the chanclas still fire, though. Just the classic Nike's chanclas. Just got them on. Nothing special. All right, let's go over it. Let's look at it. First, let's go around the league. I wanted to see what went on with this Pistons. What went on with the Pistons game? Jalen Duren had 24 and 10 for 12 shooting. Okay. Only 5 rebounds, though. Cade, 9 for 18 from the field. Hit 6 threes. And you couldn't even be competitive against the Heat? What happened? 10 assists, too. Probably all of them to Duren. Harris, 9 points. Duncan Robinson, only 3. 1 for 7 from three-point range. Going up against his former team. You couldn't show out against your former team, Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson not really built for those revenge games, man. Marcus Sasser got the start, played 19 minutes, scored 2 points. That's not good, I'll tell you that. Paul Reed off the bench played 6 minutes, scored 10 points. They might just have to lean into Paul Reed. They might just have to go really big. Paul Reed, every time he comes into the game, he's impactful. He's the only positive. Oh, a couple positives. Maybe this was all, this seems like probably all in garbage time here. Okay. Let me disregard that then just a little bit. Isaiah Stewart, 22 minutes, 14 points, hit a 3, 6 boards. Ron Holland, 19 minutes, only 5. Javonte Green, 15 minutes, 6. Kevin Herr played 22 minutes, got 4. Dennis Jenkins played 15 minutes, got 4. What happened to Dennis Jenkins? And Chaz Lanier, they threw out there for a couple of minutes, see if he can knock anything down. He couldn't. 0 for 2 from 3, 0 for 3 from the field. I guess they just couldn't play defense as Miami put up 121. They started Myron Gardner, Adebayo, Davion Mitchell, Tyler Hero, and Pell Larson. You got ran out of the gym by this lineup? Okay. Hawkins came off the bench for 19. Bam gave you 24. Hero gave you 25. You didn't even have Norman Powell out there, and you still got gamed on. Jackie Jonas gave you 12. Ware gave you 12, 5, and just I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, how did the Pistons get smoked tonight? Bam 4 for 10 from 3 is actually awesome to see. Bam shooting threes is great. J.K. Rogg said, how do you only give Paul Reed 6 minutes, LOL, and these bums played 15? Yeah, they might just have to lean in some Paul Reed. Like, you're just going to have to lean into bigs, right? Just put your best players out there. And Paul Reed right now is showing out to be one of their better players. But honestly, this goes to show you how truly important All-Star Thompson is. So we've covered Pistons games before, and I've had Pistons fans in the chat tell me that they want Ron Holland in the starting lineup over All-Star Thompson. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is what it looks like then. With no All-Star Thompson, this is what it might look like. You don't have those level of defenders. All-Star Thompson keeps that defense afloat. It's All-Star Thompson and it's Isaiah Stewart. J.K. Rogg said 10 points and 5 boards and 5 bounds in 6 minutes is cooking. I mean, it is, but it was in garbage time. But Paul Reed has been playing well every time his number has been called. So I would definitely look to give him a little bit more of an opportunity. That's just a pretty crazy box score, I'm not going to lie. One of those nights for the Pistons, I guess, but, they were in Miami, I believe, right? Yeah, so they were in Miami. So maybe they got hit with the Miami Heat. Literally. I didn't mean that. Maybe they got hit by that Miami Sun. Like the Knicks got hit with that LA Sun. So, all right, I'll give them a little bit of a pass. You can't really do it. You can't really give them a little bit of a pass when they're coming off a 23-point blown lead against the Brooklyn Nets, and then you get ran out of the gym by the Heat. I can't really give that to you. Bible said back-to-back games for the Pistons also? Sure. They're starting to hit some adversity here, the Pistons. See if they'll be able to hold up. And then the Raptors blew out the Mavs. We're keeping track of that one too. That was to be expected. 16-point first quarter. 16-point first quarter for the Pistons. That's not good. It's not good at all. It doesn't beat out that Cavs second quarter, though, with 10 points. I'll tell you that. Later tonight, 10 o'clock start time, we still have like 40 minutes. My goodness, before this game tips off. We got Hornets Suns later tonight. Every other game is tipped off to this point. Bulls Kings just tipping off. They're locked in a tight one still. Same with Blazers Pacers. And then obviously we have our Rockets Spurs coverage here. The other game at halftime right now is the Bucks and the Magic. Oh my goodness, the Pelicans are blowing out the Wizards. Talk about the National Blowout Association in absolute full effect tonight. Nothing but blowouts. I mean, Wizards, Pelicans, blowout. Celtics, Cavs, blowout. Knicks, Lakers, pretty much a blowout. Heat, Pistons, blowout. Raptors, Mavs, blowout. It doesn't matter what game we would have ended up covering today, we would have gotten smoked. And also, by the way, I forgot to do it, but he's been up here this whole time. Shout out our guys. Get off my lawn records. Go ahead and check out getoffmylawnrecords.com. He is a sponsor of the halftime show here, the halftime rundown. Our guys, Donald Moore, and everybody over at Get Off My Lawn Records. Go to getoffmylawnrecords.com. Check them out. Sign up for their mailing list. Be notified whenever they drop an album for any of these creators. And if you're a musical artist and you want to reach out and get involved, he takes on clients. He's looking to take on more clients. Hit him up. Let him know. Sign up for the mailing list so to be notified whenever they drop more music. And also subscribe to their YouTube channel as well, The Jazz Destroyers. And he was also kind enough to give us a discount code for Bandcamp.com. Use discount code Sheffy to get 20% off store-wide from Bandcamp.com. So thank you to my guy Donald Moore and everybody over at Get Off My Lawn Records. Very kind guys, very kind. Spaced Out said the Pistons aren't legit to me. Celtics probably come out of the East if they stay healthy. I have the Knicks. As a Knicks fan, I'm a bit biased, sure. I'm not going to blame you for having the Celtics. They look really good today with Tatum back. LeBron, my sunshine. What's up, LeBron? Got LeBron in the chat. Yeah, I get it. Picking the Celtics, that makes sense. I still have my Knicks. I think it's going to come down to Knicks Celtics. Pistons will have a say. They will indeed have a say. I'm not entirely writing them off. But the East is a bloodbath, man. We've talked about it. We've gone over it. The East is an absolute bloodbath. I mean, look at this. Pistons, tough. Celtics, tough. Knicks, tough. Cavs, I'm not a big believer in the Cavs, but they're still tough. They're going to be a tough out even if you do end up beating them. Toronto, TBD, to be determined. We'll see what happens with Toronto. I'm not a big believer in Toronto, but I do think that they're going to make it tough on any team to eliminate them. Miami is always tough as they now move up to the 6th seed, by the way. And Philly continues to drop, my goodness. Orlando, tough, especially as they get healthier. Hopefully Franz is back, and they're going to be a tough out no matter who ends up playing them in this first round. My goodness, it's going to be a terrible first. The top 4 seeds are looking at the bottom 4, and they're going, what is this? Like, even if you draw Atlanta, let's say Atlanta makes the playoffs here, even if you draw Atlanta, which, by the way, they're on a 6-game winning streak here, you have to deal with Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels hounding you defensively for a 7-game series. The East is an absolute bloodbath. Philly, if they get healthy, you get Embiid back, you get Maxey back, you get Paul George back from suspension. My goodness, who wants to match up with Philly in that series? Again, I don't expect these teams to win, but they're chomping. They're taking a big chomp out of whatever top 4 seed they end up matched up with. And there's not much to say about the Charlotte Hornets, who have come on so strong at the end of the season here. My goodness. Their differential here is a 3.7, which, aligns them with the top 4 teams in the East. Definitely the top 5. I mean, Toronto sitting with a +2, Miami with a +3.6. So Toronto should definitely fall. I don't think Toronto's going to hold on to that 5 seed. They are a game above Miami, game and a half above Orlando. They are not far away from dropping down towards that play-in situation. Bible said Hornets might surprise people. I hope the Hornets don't surprise people, Bible. Just in the sense that I hope people are awake. I hope nobody's sleeping on Charlotte, man. That is a dangerous, dangerous, dangerous team that you should definitely be taking seriously. They might be a year ahead. Heck, they might not even make the playoffs, but they'll have a say. They'll put on a performance at the end here. As far as the West goes, I look at them and I'm like, Portland, the Clippers could be dangerous, but we know 2 games into a playoff series, Kawhi's going to be out for the rest of the playoffs. Golden State, who knows what's going on? I mean, they lost Jimmy Butler. They have this Porzingis situation going on. I don't think anybody's really too concerned with the Golden State come the playoffs. And then you have the Phoenix Suns down Dylan Brooks, with the hand injury, with the broken hand. Is anybody really afraid of Phoenix without Dylan Brooks? He's such an important part of that team. They're already a middling team to begin with. And then you have Denver, who is kind of faltering right now. We'll see if they can pick their pieces back up as they slowly get healthier. Hopefully Jamal Murray is a little bit better. Shout out Jamal Murray. The LA Lakers, who I'm just not a believer in. I know they killed the Knicks, but not a believer in the Lakers. The Timberwolves are good. Rockets, who are good, but I don't think anybody's too worried about the Rockets come the playoffs. Because of the Fred VanVleet, Steven Adams situation. Then you have the juggernauts of the Spurs and the Thunder. So honestly, I look at the West, and there's far more questions that I have about Western Conference teams than about Eastern Conference teams. I mean, my goodness, this looks horrifying to me. This is horrifying. Durant said, I saw Brooks on DUI. Yeah, it's a weird situation. Nobody got hurt. Hopefully, it just, we can move on from it. Right? Spaced Out said, so crazy to me the Thunder have that Clippers pick. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Clippers to make that playoffs, man. Like, don't give them a lottery pick. Give them the 15, 16 pick. I don't care, but don't give them that lottery pick, man. Make the playoffs. Win this play-in race, whatever you got to do. But all right, let's go through our box score. We have yet to do that. Too busy ranting and raving. Magic blowing it open against the Bucks here, up 14 early in the second half. It is the National Blowout Association in full effect. Not a single close game tonight. My goodness. Don loves to eat. Said, I need Durant to get 16 more PRA. Hopefully he stays locked in. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will, Don. I think you're good. I think you're in the clear. I'm rooting for you, brother. I'm rooting for you. Let's go through it. Durant with 11. Still their leading scorer. Thompson with 10. Shepard with 10. Sengun with, 8? Sengun with 8. 3 boards, 3 assists for Sengun with 2 turnovers, though. 2 turnovers. Thompson with 10 and 7 and 3. Nice game for Thompson. Nice game for Durant with 11, 5, and 3. We'll go over the team stats in a second here, but they've hit 4 threes so far versus the San Antonio Spurs. Champagny got 3 points. Wemby with 15. Castle with 12. Keldon Johnson with 12. And Dylan Harper with 17 big old points off the bench. What a performance from Dylan Harper off the bench. He is on his way to a career night. He has a +9 on the game tonight. What is Dylan Harper's career high? It's got to be, I'm going to take a guess and say 25. I'm going to take a guess and say 25 for Dylan Harper, career high. Career high in points. 24. I said 25. He's got 24. 24 is his career high. He's 7 points away from that. Can he get in the second half here? It's going to be an interesting thing to keep an eye on. Keldon Johnson off the bench with 12. Vassell with only 3. That's hurting them. That's for sure hurting them. Vassell with only 3. That's not good. Fox with only 7 is also not helping. 3 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. Again, I think they're best when Fox is more aggressive looking for his own shot. Especially when Wembanyama goes to the bench, because at that point they lack bench creation. See a lot of creation between Castle and Johnson, and I like those guys, but their lack of ability to knock down a jump shot reliably gets them in a position where they're just kind of jumping into the lane, hoping for a foul and hoping to finish through contact. Where Fox can be a little bit more deliberate in his offense, right? Tay Cowboys, what's up, Tay? I fell asleep, woke up to a butt whooping from the LA Fakers. Yeah, I mean, nothing changes about the way I feel about the Knicks and the way I feel about the Lakers. Nothing changes in that matchup. But it sucks to see, Tay. It sucks to see. I'm with you on that. All right, here we go. Starting the second half, Wembanyama, when he's on the court, Spurs have dominated this game. They dominated the opening minutes of the game. Then Wemby went to the bench. The Rockets made a spirited comeback to get it close. And then Wemby came back in. Spurs pulled away again. Went back to the bench. Rockets pulled close. And so on and so forth. So now starting the second half with a 12-point lead, this could get dangerous for the Rockets if they don't come out with the right mentality and the right capabilities. Let's see if the Spurs look to put them out of their misery early. Try to pull up with a 20-point lead, they're going to be looking to grab. But the Rockets bring it down. They have the first possession of the quarter, first possession of the half. They get over to Sengun. Sengun up top, being guarded by Wembanyama. Hands it off to Jabari Smith Jr., gets to the foul line, over to Sengun, catches, pump fake, goes up with the lefty layup, gets it to go. That's a good set play, good move for Sengun there to get the easy layup against Wemby, who's dominated that matchup so far tonight. Fox bringing it down, being guarded by Thompson. Fox has it up top. Coming to his left off the Wemby screen. Fox, cross-court pass, Castle out of the corner, pump fakes, driving it down in the lane. Pump fake, slips, and throws it away as he was falling to the floor. Tried to save it out to a teammate, but Eason picks up the steal. Down the lane, gets blocked by Vassell. Wemby with the rebound and saves it inside, and it's out of bounds off of Eason. What a defensive play from Vassell. What hustle from Wemby to make sure he hustled back to snag that rebound. So Fox bringing it down now. 10-point lead. Fox up top being guarded by Thompson. Fox coming to his left. Cross-court pass to Castle. Leaves it off for Vassell. A right wing three. He's been off all night. He continues to be off, but he does get the foul call. So he's going to go to the foul line for 3 free throws, which is how he got his 3 points to begin with. All of them coming from the foul line. He got fouled on the 3-point attempt. Now he gets fouled on the 3-point attempt again to start the second half. So Vassell's at the foul line. misses the first free throw. Got 2 more coming. He's got 2 more free throws coming. Missed the first. Eason can't believe the call. They were showing the replay. Eason ended up making contact with Castle, who was setting the screen, and ended up knocking Castle into Vassell. So technically, Castle's the one that fouls Vassell. So I understand the frustration from Eason there. Vassell does knock down the second free throw. He's got another one coming. Spaced out. So Luke Cornett looks like a math teacher. He does indeed. He does indeed. He is a bit of a cornball. Vassell knocks down both free throws. And now the Rockets bringing it down, trailing by 12. They hand it off to Jabari Smith Jr. to get over to Sengun, being guarded by Wemby. Hands it off to Jabari, coming to his left. Foul line, step back, follow-away jumper over Champagny. Good defense, can't get the jumper to go. Fight for the loose ball rebound. Knocked out of the air. Vassell able to pick it up. They're off and running. Over to Champagny, over to Wemby. Wemby no-look pass to Champagny. Left corner 3, he's open. And Champagny knocks it down for the 15-point lead here. Rockets have lost the Wembanyama minutes by a wide margin. Thompson puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball rebound. A lot of pushing and shoving down low. Rebound over to the Spurs. Castle leaves it off for Vassell. Vassell lobs it up top to Wemby. Wemby can't get the tip to go, but gets fouled by Eason. He's going to the foul line for 2. And the Rockets look a little frustrated right now. They got no answers for the Spurs' aggression. Keep crying, Houston. What's up, Houston? Let's go, KD. It's crazy to be rooting for Houston, but your username is Keep Crying Houston. I wonder what the story behind that is. Shout out to you, Keep Crying. Shout out to you. So Wemby's at the foul line for 2 free throws. He got fouled on the... It wasn't even really a lob attempt. They just lobbed it inside to him. He caught it and got fouled trying to push it towards the basket. Keep Crying said, exactly. What is exactly? What does that mean? Let me know, brother. Wemby knocks down the first free throw. He's got 1 more coming. And Wemby goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. Here comes Thompson. Thompson bringing it down. He has it up top. Thompson gets it over to Sengun. Sengun being guarded by Wemby. He's giving him all the space in the world. Does not want to guard him. He's standing in the paint. Sengun trying to get it to KD. They finally do get it to KD. Going along the baseline. Puts up the jumper. Comes up short. Battle on the glass for the rebound. Knocked out of the air. And it's off of Kevin Durant and Houston. Off of that battle. Now here come the Spurs. Holding on to a 17-point lead. Threatening to push it even further. Champagny pump fakes from 3. He's going to drive past Sengun. And he knocks down the floater over Sengun. And the Rockets, a lot of rolling head, rolling eyes, slumped shoulders, heads down. I think the Rockets losing a little bit of confidence right now. I think a timeout would go a long way for this 9-0 run for the Spurs here. So they go up by 19 points. Thompson crossing over to his left, pulling his way down the lane. Fall-away jumper in the paint. Got it to go for All-Star Thompson. For Amen Thompson. Oof. Not All-Star Thompson. For Amen Thompson. Castle down the lane. Gets absolutely hacked by Amen Thompson. And Amen Thompson checking a little bit on Castle. Wanting to make sure he doesn't pick up the flagrant. Pulling him down. That is basketball 101. If you're going to hack a guy and pull him to the floor, make sure you don't pick up the flagrant by going over and checking on him, even if you don't necessarily care about the guy. Just don't pick up that flagrant. They're going to keep it a common foul, as they should. Didn't seem malicious to me. Just a little bit of a frustration foul. It was a hard one. But Castle's at the foul line for 2, nonetheless. Spaced out, said KD getting on that burner later. I don't know, man. After he got those messages released, I don't know if he wants to spend too much time on the internet. I think he's going to stay lurking in the background. Bible said, yeah, we could put our bench in now. Rest our starters. Houston, fire is out. I don't know if I'd do that just yet. I don't know. It's an 18-point game. It's 9:17 to go in the third. Too early. Too early. Castle knocks down the second free throw, and it's back to 19. Reed Sheppard is in early in this third quarter. He's bringing it down, being guarded by Fox. Coming to his right. Reed Sheppard over the top to Durant. Durant sees a double team. Durant swings it over to Thompson inside the Jabari Smith Jr. Foul line jumper. Can't get it to go. Castle secures the rebound, and now they can push it up to 20. Hit ahead to Wemby. Wemby one-on-one. Blows past the defense. Reverse dunk. And the foul for Victor Wembanyama. And the Spurs are just running the Houston Rockets off the court right now. And we're going to strike out 0 for 3 today, y'all. We're going to strike out 0 for 3. We're going to tune in and cover 3 straight blowouts. One of those days, man. One of those days. There has not been a single competitive game today in the NBA. Not one. Wembanyama knocks down his and one free throw. Under 9 to go in this third. Let's see if the Rockets have life. Can they get this back to the teens? Get this to 15, I'd say. Reed Sheppard throws a bad, dangerous pass inside to Thompson, trying to sneak behind the paint. They leave it off for Champagnie, who pump fakes, gets it back out to Wemby. Wemby calling for the screen. Wemby being guarded by Thompson, swings through to his right, backing him down, half spin across the lane, gets it to go off glass. There's nothing Thompson can do against Wemby there in the post. And it's 24. And it is exploding. Durant gets it over to Thompson, cutting to the rim. He gets the easy layup there. Finally breaks the seal on that. What was that, a 15-0 run? That was tough. That was tough. Rose, what's up, Rose? Probably because of daylight savings. Every team is going to use that excuse today as Castle knocks down a corner 3. And the landslide does not stop. 25-point lead. Durant sees a double team. Patient this time. Gets it over to Sheppard. Sheppard almost throws it away, but Thompson saves it. Thompson has it on the right wing. Gets it to Sengun in the post, being guarded by Wemby. On the right block. Backing him down. Flips it up with the right hand. Gets it to go. G3. What's up, G3? Over 222? Yeah, probably. Wemby gets fouled by Kevin Durant as he hits the floor. Durant bodying up on Wembanyama. 23-point lead for the Spurs and all of the momentum in the world right now. Eric C said, holy moly, I had to step out for 45 minutes. That score escalated quickly. It's kind of hinted at this all game long. The Spurs, for the most part, have had momentum, and getting the 12-point lead going into halftime, they have absolutely dominated the Victor Wembanyama minutes tonight. And starting the second half with Victor Wembanyama on the court with a 12-point lead as he misses a free throw, what is a dangerous situation for the Rockets to be in, and the Spurs have absolutely blown this thing open. So far in this third quarter, the Spurs have scored 19 points in 5 minutes. Wemby knocks down the second free throw. 7:20 to go here in the third. Durant being guarded by Castle, coming to his left. Durant spins off of Castle, gets it over to Sengun, back to Durant. And they call a foul, I believe. It has to be because of daylight savings. There's not been one competitive game today. Well, during the next timeout break, we'll go around the league again. We'll try to find one. There's a couple of games that are hinting to be close, but they get over to Sengun, rolling to the rim, loses the handle on the ball, and it's a turnover. And the Spurs off running. It's a 4-on-1 fast break. They get over to Fox for the easy layup. A 4-on-1 fast break is a crazy thing to see in the NBA. The Spurs are ready to run. Thompson crossing over on Vassell, trying to bully his way to the basket. He's got nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Sheppard. Sheppard on the left wing being guarded by Fox. Pulls it out. Coming to his right. Swings it out to Durant. Durant in the lane, inside to Thompson. Thompson kicks out to Sheppard. Ran off the line, in the paint. Sheppard puts it up the floater. Got it to go over Wemby. All of that just to get a contested floater over Wembanyama. They did get it to drop, though, but all of that work just to end up with a contested floater. Castle blowing right past Sengun, gets the scoop layup to go past him, or the kind of push shot to go past him as he stepped through off the pump fake. It's still a 26-point lead for the Spurs here. Sengun trying to bully his way down low. And a foul on Wemby. Holding on to Sengun in the post there. And we are at the halfway point and we get a timeout. All right, let's go around the league. We got 6:12 to go. We're going to wait till our timer ticks down. Sons Gen said, good news, no daylight savings in Arizona. Is that true? What do you mean? Do you just not have to use it? What is your time? What? Christian Blaze said, what was the score at halftime? I don't remember what the score was exactly. I mean, I could probably do this. Probably rewind on the stream over here and see. I got you. Hold on. Almost there. It was 69-57. 69-57. So the Rockets have scored 10, and the Spurs have scored 24. 24-10. Someone said, yes, we don't change. Hold on, Phoenix kind of looking kind of interesting right now. Hold on. might have to look into some. Might have to look into moving over there to Phoenix. Hold on. Because this daylight savings nonsense is crazy. I hate it. All right, let's go around the league. Let's find a game that's not a blowout. That's our challenge today. What game is not a blowout? Just check this out. Let's go all the way down to the games that have completed. Pelicans Wizards, blowout. Raptors Mavs, blowout. Heat Pistons, blowout. Lakers Knicks, blowout. Cavs Celtics Cavs, blowout. Let's go up here. Let's see what games are taking place right now. Magic Bucks, blowout. Spurs Rockets, blowout. Pacers Blazers and Kings Bulls might save the NBA slate, but at the same time, who is checking in the Pacers Blazers who aren't Pacers fans and who aren't Blazers fans? And same with Bulls Kings. Outside of the fan bases themselves, who is tuning into these games? Rose said 4 states don't change. That's good to know. I did not know that. Son Jen said Arizona, Hawaii, and who else? Hawaii doesn't change. Interesting. Piano lessons? What's up, piano lessons? We don't have daylight savings in Hawaii either. Interesting. I did not know that. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Rose said, is Halliburton back? Halliburton is not back and probably won't be back this season. No reason for Halliburton to return this season with how bad the Pacers are. We might see him maybe the final 5-ish to 10-ish games just so we can get back on the court. But no reason to bring him back. Different situation than Tatum. Celtics are the 2nd seed. Pacers are battling for lottery balls. Rusim said it doesn't change in Jamaica either. Yo, rest of the world, catch up. Why are we changing our time? I guess it's a cold weather thing, right? Because literally you want to save the daylight. That is the point behind it. So when it was cold outside, you wanted to save the daylight. So they would set the time back. So I guess it makes sense. I guess that makes sense. But we are past that point. We have heated interiors. We are not. We are advanced civilizations now. Durant cuts back door, tries to throw down the poster over Cornette. Cornette slaps him in the face for trying it. No, I'm kidding. Cornette went up to contest, inadvertently hit Durant in the face. Durant's going to go to the foul line for 2. Rusim said, no, they're messing with folks. Yeah, we are past the point of needing daylight savings time. Get rid of it. We're done. We're done with it. We are done with it. Christian Place said just Hawaii and Arizona due to hot climate. Makes no sense. We either all do it or none of us do it. And I vote for none of us doing it. Losing an hour of sleep was terrible. I woke up today, and I knew I could sleep in, so I had a long day yesterday working on stuff, and then I knew I could sleep in, so I didn't set the alarm. And I woke up at like 8 o'clock. I don't wake up at 8 o'clock. I woke up at 8 o'clock and was like, what happened to the day? I forgot it was daylight savings time. So I woke up and I was like, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Like everything I planned to do this morning is out the window because I woke up at 8. Christian Blaze said, just Hawaii and Arizona, dude. Oh, I read that one. All right, so Durant knocks down both of those free throws. Not going to lie to you. If we don't get a competitive second half of this third quarter here, as Castle knocks down a 3, not look like we're going to get it. It's a 27-point beatdown. Wemby is off the court. Wemby is on the bench. Fox is on the bench. If the Rockets don't make a little bit of a run here, we are not covering this fourth quarter. It's been too long of a day, and it's been way too many blowouts. Durant, in the paint, throws up the floater, can't get it to go, draws the foul, Castle gets the floater to go down. You're going to get those 3 points right back, okay? Joseph said, for real, so many blowouts, dang. Yeah, it's every game. It's every game, except for the bad teams. The bad teams are keeping it close because they're trying to out-tank each other. So the Pacers are like, no, you blow us out, Blazers. And the Blazers are like, no, you blow us out, Pacers. Bulls are like, you blow us out, Kings. And the Kings are like, no, you blow us out, Bulls. We're not trying to win these basketball games. So it's two teams trying to get ran off the court and struggling. Although the Kings are threatening to pull away from the Bulls. They're now up by 8. So we're gonna have to monitor those situations. Durant did knock down that free throw, I believe. Swing it out. Keldon Johnson, he knocks down this 3. I'm gonna go crazy. He misses it. All right. Did they just say that was the first miss of the quarter for the Spurs? I wasn't even keeping track of that because it's been such a bad blowout. Thompson spins in the lane, gets fouled by Harper going to the basket. And again, this is the Rockets. Make this comeback. Make this somewhat interesting. Keep me around. Christian Blaze said, LOL, Mexico nor Canada partake either, so north or south, the USA looks crazy. Bro, why are we doing that? It is 2026. We don't need to be saving the daylight. We have fire. We've invented fire. Or not invented. We discovered fire. We discovered it. We good. We good. We have machines that create fire for us. We have machines that create warmth. We're good. We don't need to save the daylight. Rusum said daylight savings did not affect this game. They don't have it in Texas? Daylight savings in Texas? We're going to give it to them anyway because it's a tough game to watch. Castle crosses over down the lane. I mean, it's never tough watching Wemby. Wemby's always fun to watch, but in terms of like the competitiveness of the game, it's obviously just not there. As Keldon Johnson fouls Jabari Smith Jr. going to the rim. I gave points to the wrong side. My bad. It is 96-73. 23-point beatdown. We did see a 23-point comeback. It was a 25-point comeback, really. They were down as many as 25 points. The Brooklyn Nets came back against the Pistons last night. So I guess anything is possible. We'll try to hang around as long as we can, but with the way the rest of the league has gone, this is pointing towards it being a blow. And again, they've been absolutely dominated by Wemby tonight. He's killed them. So Wemby off the court right now, they're making a little bit of a run trying to make it interesting as they hit the first free throw. But once Wemby comes back on the court, he's going to push this, to maybe 30? $4:30 to go. 21-point game. Rockets chipping away at it. Here comes Harper. Harper had 17 in the first half. He had to take a shot in the second half. This is his first run here. Get over Cornette. Cornette hands it off to Harper. Harper coming to his right. Hesitation. Good defense from Sengun. They swing it over to Fox. Extra pass. Keldon Johnson. Wide open straightaway 3. Knocks it down. You got to be dang near perfect in order to make this comeback happen against this caliber of team in the Spurs. Durant bringing it down, sees a double team at the half-court line. Gets it over to Sengun, gets it over to Thompson, back to Sengun. Sengun in the paint, goes up against Cornet, gets the finish. Harper has it up top. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson calling out a little bit of a set. Get it over to Cornet. Hands it off to Johnson. Coming to his right. Bowls right into Sengun. Sengun falls over. No charge. And Johnson knocks down the floater. That's definitely a charge to me. Maybe a little bit of flop Sengun. You're going to have to show me it from a different angle. But they up by 24. Does it even really matter? The refs got the same mentality. They're like, let's get out of here. Durant knocks down the pull-up three, or is it a long two? Call it a pull-up. They call it a three. Looked like maybe he had his toe on the line. I don't even have the game up for you guys. My bad. And nobody said anything because it don't even really matter. It's that bad of a blowout. It's 21 points. Not on the realm of possibility, but, you know, you have the looming threat of Harper steps back, jumper can't get it to go. You have the looming threat and a foul on Cornet, ball back to the Rockets. You have the looming threat of Wembanyama coming back into this game. So the Rockets will bring it down. They can cut it back to the teens. We have 3:13 to go. Timer will tick down till we're even. Oh, Sengun's at the foul line for two. They're in the bonus. Cut it to 19, Sengun. Cut it to 19. You're going to force Wemby to play in the fourth quarter here. $3:13 to go. Sengun knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Bruce Simpson, I'm going to catch Spurs going over 125.5. That's crazy. 112. Yeah, no, 125. You said 125. 125 is a large amount of points. Definitely possible with the way they're playing tonight. It's back to 19 after Sengun knocked down both. Harper bringing it down against Jabari Smith Jr. Get over to Keldon Johnson. Johnson has it up top. Coming to his right off the screen. Hands it off to Fox. Fox pulls it out. Fox dancing with it on the right wing. Crosses over to his left. Down the lane. Reverse layup. Got it to go for De'Aaron Fox. And Thompson on the left wing is going to attack Cornet. And Lane to play with the right hand. Got it to go for Amon Thompson. It's turning into one of these types of games. I don't know if this benefits the Rockets or the Spurs. Probably the Rockets, but Wembanyama is going to come in for the final 2 minutes or so here. They lob it up to Cornet. Cornet gets the dunk lob to go down from Fox. And we're getting highlight posterizing dunks from Luke Cornet. I'm going to just go ahead and wrap this one up. Wemby's going to come in here for the final 2.5 minutes. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Christian Blake said former Celtics biopic. Yeah, we're not changing that. the Cornet pick, yeah, we're not changing that. That one's going to stay for Cornet. I got all dressed up for nothing. Christian Blake said the Cornet former Celtics cooking celebration pisses me off. I swear I don't hate the man, just the basketball player. I get it. I get it. I got my Harnstein hate, so I get it. Trust me, I get it. That's funny, though. I'll tell you what, though. I think he might just be in a slump because he was having a pretty good season before this last stretch. But I'll tell you what, man. The Celtics just find a way to make big men viable centers in the NBA because they're doing that with Luka Garza right now. And I'll tell you this right now. If any other team is watching Luka Garza play for the Celtics and is thinking, oh, Luka Garza, maybe he could be our backup center this season. Let me tell you something. No, he cannot. Luka Garza is not an NBA caliber player, at least not a role player, maybe a 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th man, for sure. He's got the skills, he's capable, but there's something about that Celtics system, there's something about the players that they have, there's something about Joe Mazzulla, where he just finds a way to maximize big men. And Luke Cornet might be a product of that. So, David Oz Jr., what's up, David? You're back. We might end up closing this one out early. It has been the National Blowout Association tonight, David. It has been a tough night for basketball watchers everywhere. There have been no good games. I mean, we went over. It's been blowout city. It's been blowout city. Pelicans blew out the Wizards. Raptors blew out the Mavs. Heat blew out the Pistons. Lakers didn't really blow out the Knicks, but pretty much blew out the Knicks. Celtics blew out the Cavs. Even right now, games going on. The Magic blowing out the Bucks. Spurs blowing out the Rockets. The only close games are these middling, tanking teams over here. David said, are you doing the Knicks tomorrow? Of course, David, of course we're going to do the Knicks tomorrow. We got the late start time, but we still going to do the Knicks. We might even do 2 games tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see how I'm feeling. After 3 games today, though, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Sean said, yeah, Luke was a bum on the Bulls. He was a bum on the Bulls. He was a bum on the Knicks. It was good for the Celtics. He's had good moments for the Spurs, though, I will say. I get he's not playing well now, but he's had good moments for the Spurs. I felt like he started the year really, really strong, especially when Wemby was out. I thought he filled in pretty valiantly. David said, pretender Pistons lost again. They did lose. They got ran out of the gym by the Miami Heat. It ended up being 11, but like these other games, like this one is 13. They were down 25 or whatever the Knicks were, 26. The Cavs one ended up being what? 11. So, and we know the Cavs got blown out today. So the final score is not indicative of how much of a blowout this was. They were down by 20 plus. It was tough. All right. Here we go. Back into it. Wembanyama back on the court. 2 free throws for Alperen Thompson. He knocks down the first one. Like I said, Wembanyama now back on the court. And the Spurs have absolutely dominated the Wembanyama minutes. We could check his plus-minus, but the eye test matches it. I'm sure all the other stats matching it. I'm sure the plus-minus stat will match it. David Osh Jr. said the Celtics catching the Pistons. We'll see. The Celtics have 2 tough games coming up, David. They have the Spurs and the Thunder coming up, and the Spurs are looking like this tonight. So those are going to be good games. Hopefully we get to cover at least one of those. We'll see what the Knicks schedule looks like. But the Knicks have late games, so maybe. Thompson knocked down both, and then the Rockets come up with a steal. Reed Shepard goes the other way for the lefty layup. All right, 17, 2 minutes to go. Not bad, not insurmountable. Christian said he was not good for the Celtics. Stop. Cornette was really good for the Celtics. Another turnover for the Rockets. Alperen Thompson blows past the defense, gets the layup to go. It's 15. Okay. There you go. 15. Stops and scores. Keep it close. Fox spinning off of Thompson. Blows past the defense for the easy scoop layup. The Rockets' defense is in desperation mode at this point. You know, they're playing extremely high, trying to force turnovers. Fox, once he blows past the one defender, gets an easy lane to the basket. Durant down the lane, leaves it off inside the Capella. Capella gets blocked by Wemby. Here comes Dylan Harper. Harper leaves it off for Fox. He's going to walk into the right wing 3. He's not going to get it to go. Shepard with the rebound. Home run pass. Thompson cherry picking the other end. He gets the 2-handed slam. Gets those 2 points back. Under a minute to go. Christian Blake said, we have 4 dang near all-stars around our center. You can plug in anyone, and they'll look decent. Cornette still managed not to, however. Sure. I get you. I get where you're coming from, brother. I mean, you tell me. I have not been locked into Cornette's career like that. Wemby down the lane draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2. So I'll take your word for it. You are right about the dang near 4 all-stars on the team, though. Anybody could have looked good in that position. But it's really just, the Celtics this year. Like I said, Luka Garza. For any team looking at Luka Garza this year, being like, oh, man, he's playing so great for the Celtics this year. He's filled in really nicely. Maybe he could expand his game and come to our team and help us. No, he can't. Celtics just make him look good. He's not a backup center. He is not in the NBA. Wemby knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Wemby knocks down both. 17-point lead, 109-92, 45 seconds to go. In this third quarter, Thompson hands it off to Durant, gets it over to Capella, and an off-ball foul. And KD hurt and upset. He hurt that right hand, his shooting hand. They're in the bonus, so that's 2 free throws for Durant. Ozar said plenty of time left. There is plenty of time left. Kevin Durant makes the first free throw, bouncing around a little bit, but gets the friendly roll. David Osh Jr. said he's only Garza. There's only one Luka, and we saw him today. True. Absolutely. KD knocks down both free throws. Back to a 15-point game. Not out of the realm of possibility. Fox, the pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. Battling for the rebound, Fox pulls it out and throws the lob up top to Castle, who can't get the dunk to go down. And the Spurs getting very sloppy to end the third quarter here. Shepherd bringing it down. Coming to his left off the screen. This is a big-time possession. Get it over to Durant on the right wing, being guarded by Harper. Durant sees a double team. Kick it up top to Shepherd. Driving to his left. Down the lane. Fall-away jumper. Gets blocked. Wembanyama with the rebound. Hit ahead to Harper. Harper's head down to the basket. Euros past Durant. Gets blocked by Durant. Castle picks it up. Gets blocked, but a foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws with 0.6 on the clock. What a defensive play from Durant there. Took the contact from Harper. Stayed on balance. Tied him up a little bit. And then when Harper tried to get the layup, Durant came up with the block. But the Spurs are filled with hustle guys. So Castle right there to pick up the loose ball and draw the foul, and I believe Thompson here. So Castle's at the foul line for 2. That's the 4th foul on Castle. That's the 4th foul on Thompson. Castle to the foul line. Knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Christian said, I'm exaggerating a bit. He's serviceable for sure, but not on a contender. Garza is about to see his ceiling potential in the playoffs ultimately. Put it this way, I still would rather have Garza over Cornet. Oof. That's interesting. Steph Castle misses the second free throw, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. It's a 16-point game. It's not impossible for the Rockets. 16-point game. Garza over Cornet is crazy to me. Now, maybe it's because I'm blinded by that 7-block game he had against the Knicks in the playoffs. Maybe. But I thought he was really nice for the Spurs to start this year. Wembanyama missed a bunch of games, and he started in for him, and the Spurs still looked really good. Now, to your point, Christian, like you said, surrounded by great talent between Fox. Oh, Fox was out to start the year, too. So, but Castle, who started off the year really well. Vassell, who's playing well. And, Keldon Johnson, all the other guys that they have, Dylan Harper. Harrison Barnes is shooting the leather off the ball. Don loves to eat. KD already at 30 PRA. My 35 may hit. It might hit. It might hit. It should hit. Probably will. Especially if they keep it close here. We'll see if Wemby starts the fourth quarter. Eric C said, give me Eddie Curry. Crazy name to pull here. James Floyd, what's up, James? Do you think Champagny is going to make one more field goal? He could, brother. He could. Don Lev's also got to remember people have come back from being down behind 20 points if they continue. They might have a sliver of a chance to win. They might. They might, for sure. Not counting them entirely out. The thing is that, are you coming back against the Spurs? Now, the Knicks did it for the NBA Cup. I believe they were down 16 points, but they came back. But at no point were they down 20, right? Their largest deficit was 16. That's what made the comeback, impressive. Being down, I think they were down 25 at one point here. Being down 25 and making the comeback will be extremely interesting. Farm Boy TV, what's up, Farm Boy TV? JC jogged today. Hope he had a great game. He did have a nice impactful fourth quarter when he came in. But the game was so far out of reach, it didn't even matter at that point. Bishop Ray said the Iowa women's basketball team got beat by 50. Oof. Oof. Oh, man. We got 12 more minutes to go. Hopefully the Rockets make this worth it. Because this day, 9 hours of streaming for what might end up being 3 blowout coverages. I don't know, man. I don't know. It takes a lot of time and effort to do these. And these teams are making me upset. They're upsetting me. I don't like it. The Kings up by 11. The Blazers are now blowing it open against the Pacers. Are you kidding me? This was just a close game. 39 to 22 second quarter. 17-point lead. Kings up by 11. This was our saving grace game. These were our saving grace games. There's no way. No way. There's not going to be a single competitive game tonight. Rue Simpson said, I hope they do what it takes to make this one a great watch. I'm with you, Rue. I'm with you. Christian said, Butterfingers Cornette can't catch rebounds or passes in the paint. If it wasn't for Drew Holiday or Derek White, we'd have more turnovers than points. Castle has it up top. I thought Celtics fans really liked Cornette. It was sad to see him go. That's funny. I was mistaken. Carter Bryant gets blocked by Capella in the paint, and now here come the Rockets. Okay, make it interesting, Houston. Jabari Smith Jr. putting his head down, drawing the foul, gets the layup to go. Here we go. All right, we might end up with the only competitive game now that he knocked down that layup. It's 14. Wembanyama starts the fourth quarter. Castle in foul trouble, I think, so he subs out after picking up that one. Interesting lineup out there. You got Wembanyama, Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Carter Bryant, and Dylan Harper. The 2 rookies, 26-year-old Johnson, erratic Vassell, who's yet to make a shot today, and Wemby. You're supposed to have Castle out there, but he picks up his 5th foul, I believe, so he subs out. And Jabari Smith Jr. knocks down his free throw. It's a 13-point game. They're in there. They're there. We're here. Get it to single digits, and we'll really be here. Aaron Holiday starts the fourth quarter, too. Look at this. Aaron Holiday in there with Shepard. Small backcourt for Ime Udoka, who doesn't really love doing that. You get over to Wemby being guarded by Jabari. Draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2. Christian, still going. He said, and his two-handed contest from 15 feet away is nonsensical. All right, I'm done ranting. Great guy off the court. Is he a great guy off the court, or is he a weirdo cornball off the court? Rusum said Charlotte may upset Phoenix tonight. I just hope that's a good game. Wemby knocks down the first free throw. You got another one coming. Wemby gets both. 15-point game. Come on, Houston. Make it interesting. Shepard coming to his right. Swings it out to Jabari Smith Jr. He'll line up the left wing 3. And he'll knock it down. Okay. Why is my timer going? We're a little too far ahead. 11 minutes to go. We're only a minute into this quarter. Down to 12. Down to 12. Harper up top. Kicks it out. Keldon Johnson trying to get those 3 points right back. And he does just that. A little bit of a backbreaker. Building momentum. Gives up an open three to Keldon Johnson. Comes Aaron Holiday. Coming to his left, he'll line up the three, and he'll miss it. Wemby the rebound. Wembanyama now with 27 and 8. Only one assist, but 27 and 8 for Wemby. Wemby coming to his left. Down low to Harper. Kicks out to Keldon Johnson. Another open corner three. Misses that one. Reed Shepherd the rebound, bringing it down the other way. Shepherd leads it off for Holiday. They leave Holiday open, and he throws up an air ball. Just coming into the game, has not played all night. Starts the fourth quarter. Here comes Harper. Harper bringing it down. It's over to Wemby. Wemby gets fouled. 10-10 to go. Curtis, what's up, Curtis? Where are my horses? They in the back, brother. Horses in the back. Rue said it's our last hope for tonight. It is our last hope for tonight. They get it into Harper. Harper being guarded by Reed Shepherd. He spins off him to the rim, gets swatted out of there by Clint Capella. Great help from Clint. Eason hands it off to Holiday, gets it up top to Shepherd. 15-point lead for the Spurs. Shepherd coming to his left, off the Capella screen. Now driving to his right against Wemby. Pulls it back out. Wemby poking at the ball. He fires up the right wing three. He can't get it to go. Rebound for Vassell over Eason. And now here comes Harper. Harper pushing it over to Bryant. Back to Harper. Back over to Vassell. Vassell attacks the lane. To the basket. Lefty layup. Can't get it to go. Trying to draw a foul. At that point, you just got to drop it off to Wemby. Allow Wemby to dunk that. Shepherd swings it out to Holiday. Ran off the line by Wemby. To the mid-range. Puts up the jumper. Comes up short. Long rebound. Right back to Holiday. Kicks out to Eason. Steps behind the three-point line over Wemby. In and out. Can't get it to stay. Fight for the loose ball rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Houston. And it's going to go back to the Spurs. Opportunities here for Houston. Not being able to take advantage of them. Christian said, nah, he's smart, like Jaylen Brown. Dev math teacher vibes as a history teacher, philosophy buff. Luke Einstein Cornette. This is coming from a weirdo Celtics fan for 2 decades. I liked Cornette. And then he just did some weirdo, corny stuff off the court the other day. But it's all right. It was just misguided. But it was still weird. Shepherd has it up top. Wemby just knocked down a layup on the other end. Shepherd gets it over to Jabari Smith Jr., who has it up top. Being guarded by Carter Bryant. Attacking to his left. Down the lane. Pull-up jumper. Good defense. And not good defense, because Carter Bryant ends up getting hit with the foul call on the late contest there. Hits him on the wrist. So 2 free throws here for Jabari Smith Jr. 17-point lead for the Spurs. 117-100. 8:43 to go. Jabari Smith Jr. misses a free throw. Come on, man. I'm rooting for you guys. And you're making it so difficult. I'm rooting for you. Jabari Smith Jr. missed the first one. He's got one more coming. You know, part of a comeback, too, is knocking down threes. And just don't really trust Houston's three-point shooters, right? Unless Reed Shepherd catches fire. I don't think Eason is going to be able to get open enough to fire enough threes up with volume. Get over to Vassell. They lob it down low to Wemby. Hit the backboard on the lob attempt from Vassell. Hit the side of the backboard. They tried to lob it down low to Wemby. Pass was way off. Christian said, what did Magic City do? Luke do now? Oh, you just put out that op-ed about Magic City. That was it. That was just weirdo stuff. There's far more important things going on, even in the NBA, than worried about some Magic City night stuff. Like, there's real abusers in the NBA, and he's worried about Magic City. Spurs get out on the break and get the layup. Swing it out to Shepherd, wide open right wing three. He knocks it down. Batman, Drew and Aaron Holiday are brothers. Yes. I also have a third brother who was in the NBA, who's no longer in the NBA, and Justin Holiday. who had a solid NBA career. Harper gets over to Fox, gets it over to Wemby. Wemby across the lane, no look pass to Carter Bryant to 3. Hasn't hit one all night. Continues to not hit him as he knocks that one off the back of the rim. Here comes Thompson. Thompson coming to his right. Foul line. Kicks it out to Eason. Eason coming to his right. Spins to his left. Down the lane. Gets swatted out of there by Wemby. Knocks it right into the hands of Fox. Hit ahead to Carter Bryant to the rim. Gets wrapped up. Gets fouled twice. Got fouled by Shepherd and then got fouled by Thompson to make sure he didn't get the and one layup, but he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Eric C. said, what's the average margin of victory today? Always got to be, well, the final scores always tend to be closer than how much of a blowout the game actually was. As Carter Bryant misses a free throw, right? So, the Knicks were down by as many as 25 points, I believe, to the Lakers, but that only ended up being a 13-point game. Same with the Cavs and the Celtics. Cavs were down by as many as 25. I think they were down 26. Yeah, the largest deficit was 26, and that game ended at 11. So margin of victory is different, but... Bishop said, my brother, you said horses in the back, sir. That's my little phony. Let's go Spurs. Can Durant get a 3? He could probably get a 3. Is he on the court right now? He's not on the court right now. A deep 3 from Shepherd comes up short. Long rebound. Fox knocks the ball loose. They're diving for it. Houston ends up with it. They get over to Jabari Smith Jr. Little pull-up mid-range jumper got it to go. And an offensive foul in Sengun. Sengun was the one who hit the floor. You gotta show the replay on that one. Carter Bryant did knock down the other free throw. They're going to show it here. How was that a foul on Sengun? How was that a foul on Sengun? How is that a foul on Sengun? First of all, they're more so talking about whether or not to count the basket. How is that a foul on Sengun? They wave off the basket, and it's a foul on Sengun. How does? First of all, there's still no one is even talking about whether or not that's a foul on Sengun or not. It's a foul on Carter Bryant, if anything. To me, that's marginal contact, but, oh, I see it. It's not a foul on Sengun. It was a foul on Eason. So Carter Bryant bumped Sengun out of bounds, but I saw it there in the replay. Eason pushed Carter Bryant initially, and that's what pushed Carter Bryant into Sengun. So Sengun made the contact. It was definitely, if anything, like Carter Bryant made the contact to Sengun, who was just standing there, which is why I was confused. But that's because the foul's on Eason, who pushed Carter Bryant into Sengun. Now, they do make the correct call. They're going to count the basket. Ball was out of his hands. And the Spurs get the ball back here. And that's a foul on, as my timer kept ticking, 7 minutes to go. That was a foul on Eason. Carter Bryant now to the bench. Luke Cornett is in the game for Wemby. All-the-way jumper for Fox. Gets it to go. 16-point game. Approaching the halfway point here. Hit ahead to Jabari Smith Jr. He sees a double team. They get over to Sengun. Sengun down the lane against Cornett. Gets the layup to go. End the foul. End of the foul. Oh, no, they call the offensive foul? I thought they were giving him the and one. Yeah, it's an offensive foul on Sengun, clearing off with the left hand. Ball's going to go back to the Spurs. They wave the basket off. All right. All right. I mean, it's not enough of a blowout for me to be like, all right, let's wrap it up. Because it's a 16-point game with 6.5 to go. There's time. There's time. They can make this comeback. I'm rooting for it. Again, usually part of a 20-plus point comeback is a part of getting hot from the perimeter and knocking down shots. And right now, Houston doesn't have that level of shooter right now. I mean, maybe Durant can, but Durant's not getting open looks from 3, right? Durant has the ball in his hand, so he's not going to get any open looks from three. Shepard has kind of been hit or miss tonight, 6 for 14 from the field. Thompson, we know, is not a perimeter shooter. He's going to have to do things defensively to get them out and running, get the stops, right? You also need stops to make comebacks. So he's going to have to focus on getting the stops. Jabari Smith Jr., can I guess? I guess, but I'm not relying on him to make this comeback. But they need somebody to get hot from the perimeter right now. Foonpay said, I don't know, Sheffy. I'm just trusting whatever you say. I don't know either, man. It's been a long day. It's 10:30 p.m. I got to be up early tomorrow. So we get a timeout here. I don't think they're going to challenge. They were talking about it, deliberating whether or not the Rockets are going to look the challenge. And I think the Rockets bench, when the camera pans to them, were just like, can't challenge that. You're not winning that. You're not winning that call. Don't forget, guys, when we are live tomorrow for the Knicks game, because obviously we're going live for the Knicks game. We might go live for that Nuggets Thunder game. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Again, this is a long night. It's a 10 p.m. start time. So we'll be live at 9:30 to go over it, right? Go through our pregame rundown. Jay Lopez, what's up, Jay Lopez? Don't root for Houston. I got a lot of money on the Spurs. I'm just rooting for a good game. I prefer the Spurs win because I like watching the Spurs more than I like watching the Rockets win. Bruce Simpson said, Knicks only tomorrow. Yeah, we might end up doing that. You know, if anything, I'll watch the first game on my own time. That should be a fun one. But we've seen enough Nuggets games lately, right? Also Thunder games. Covered a couple Thunder games lately. But on a triple header like this tonight, I'm not gonna feel bad about only doing one game tomorrow. It is a late game too, so I'm gonna have to get the rest in tomorrow. I'm gonna have to get that nap in. 4 blocks for Wemby tonight as well, by the way. Harper had 17 points in the first half, has yet to score here tonight. Has yet to score here in the second half. Has yet to score in this second half. The Blazers are blowing out the Pacers. The Kings are up by 14 on the Bulls at halftime. This is a blowout association night. My goodness. And I think the Hornets might end up blowing out the Suns here, man. I think they might. All right, here we go. Fox up top, coming to his left, blowing past the defense. Up top, Champagnie, pump fake, sidestep, 3. Champagnie gets it to go. Oof. My goodness. My goodness. We're approaching the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. It's a 19-point game. If it's over 20 during the next timeout break, we'll wrap it up there. Let's get to that point first. Batman said, can the Rockets make a comeback? It's looking unlikely. It's always going to be possible. Keldon Johnson gets called for a foul. 6:11 to go. Rue Simpson, Knicks only. Have a great day tomorrow. Appreciate you, Rue. Appreciate you. Sengun up top, hands it off to Durant. We are at the halfway point here in the fourth. 19-point lead for the Spurs. Get over to Shepard. Shepard being guarded by Fox, coming to his right. Pocket pass to Sengun. He'll put up the straightaway 3. He'll miss it. Jabari Smith Jr. with the rebound, though, gets fouled by Vassell. All right, now the whistles are flying. I think the officials are trying to give the Rockets a little bit of a chance here, but the Spurs also getting sloppy, hacking and whacking away. Time not on their side. They're keeping possessions here. Sengun has it up top, hands it off to Durant. Durant coming to his right, down the lane, spins, fall-away jumper. Can't get it to go. Sengun with the rebound. Sengun in the post against Cornette. Pump fake, drop step, gets the layup to go, and they call the offensive foul on Sengun as Cornette crumbles to the floor with that little elbow for Sengun there. I'm not going to lie, kind of happy they called it. Kind of happy they called the elbow. Anthony Towns gets hit with that elbow a couple times this season. Getting hit with that offensive fouled elbow. Oh, we got elbowed right in the ribs. Kornet gets elbowed right in the ribs. Fox up top, coming to his left, driving it down in the paint. Deceleration step, kicks it out to Vassell. Vassell misses yet another three. He isn't throwing up an offer tonight. Only points coming from the foul line. 5:15 to go. Shepard driving to his right, down the lane. Can't get the layup to go. Battle for the loose ball, knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Rockets. They lob it into Sengun on the right wing. Sengun attacking Kornet again. Lefty layup. Can't get it to go. No fouls called. Rebound for Champagny. Fox lobs it up top to Kornet. Back to Fox. Fox driving to his right. He's going to step back. Kicks it over to Champagny. The straightaway three. It's a highlight. Can't get it to go, though. So everybody will forget about it. And then knocked out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Rockets. Under 5 to go. Time not on the Rockets' side. Trailing by 19 here. I said if it's a 20-point lead at the next stoppage, we'll wrap it up. But they got it. They scored another basket, so it's 17. They're going to keep me hanging around to the end of this blowout game. It's been a blowout majority of the night. I'm just dying for the Rockets to knock down like 2 or 3 threes in a row and make it interesting. Fox to the rim, gets stripped, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spurs, though. 4:30 to go. And Castle will finally come back in with the 5 fouls. 4 for Fox, 4 for Kornet. Wemby remains on the bench. Rusum said, Phoenix versus Charlotte is close. For now. Absolutely for now. The operative word. The operative phrase. Kornet kicks it out to Fox, a wide open straightaway 3. Fox knocks it down. There's the 20-point lead. There's the 20-point lead with 4:16 to go. And there's a timeout. And there's our stoppage in play with a 20-point lead. So we're going to wrap it up right there, folks. I appreciate you guys. We made it to the end of the triple header here. Unfortunately, we went 0 for 3 tonight. First game, Cavs versus Celtics, blowout. Second game, Knicks versus Lakers, blowout. And then here, San Antonio versus Houston, blowout. But we still managed to have fun and hang out with each other. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on a long day. Vita, what's up, Vita? Knicks lost. It did. It did. Suns Gen said Suns playing Maluak and Flemings. Hopefully that works out for you, brother. But it is, I warn you, Suns Gen, I warn you, it is the National Blowout Association night. Everybody's getting blown out. So hopefully your team is the one blowing out the Hornets. But I don't have a good feeling about it with you telling me that Maluak and Fleming's getting legit rotation time tonight. Mohammed, appreciate you, Mohammed. It was great fun, appreciate you. Don loves to eat. Said, if I can get 3 more PRA, I'm set. But in 5 minutes, I might be cooked. No team is safe. I mean, I talked about Suns Gen. We pointed it out. Look at this. This is crazy. Magic Bucks, blowout. Pelicans Wizards, blowout. Raptors Mavs, blowout. Heat Pistons, blowout. Lakers Knicks was a blowout. Celtics Cavs was a blowout. So you better hope your team is the one with the big victory today. Kings Bulls is somewhat close. It's a 13-point lead. They're threatening to blow it open, though. Blazers blowing out the Pacers, and then obviously the Spurs blowing out the Rockets tonight. So it has been that kind of night around the NBA. Suns Gen said, we'll see. Thank you for all the games. Thank you for hanging out with me. Suns Gen, thank you to everybody. Don loves to eat. Mohammed, Vita, Ruth Simpson, thank you guys. As always, my guy Christian Blaze as well, Eric C, appreciate you. Shout out to all of the channel members, whether you were gifted a membership or decided to become a member all on your own. I appreciate you guys. If you guys didn't notice, we have the merch store connected to the channel now, so you could go to the merch store right through the channel, see the merch on the channel. So I appreciate you guys for all of the support. As always, we continue to grow, continue to get better. We will continue to do so, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. With that being said, make sure you brush your teeth before bed. Stay hydrated. And who's that? Carlos, hey? Good morning from Japan. Appreciate you, Carlos. Appreciate you. Ozahar, appreciate you. Remember, you brush your teeth before bed. Stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.